Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Got my bar t-shirt on today.
That's me. I was
Coming to you live from Colossus.
And we've got a rain. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, if you're not, I'll do. Morning, afternoon. Right, we're on day 4 in the Big Brother Colossus. We're nearly there. Should we play D&D?
Yeah.
At least one of you is excited.
Can do.
Right, here's the waffle. You ready? If you want to follow us on social medias, there should be a link going up in the chat.
No, I'm trying to get the social post card.
I'll do it.
If you go to Twitter. Also, I don't. What is it?
What is what?
What's the social command?
I'm doing it.
Exclamation mark socials.
Oh, it's got an S on it. Sorry,
Okay.
Charlie put the social, but not the socials.
I'm here. I've done this before.
I know.
A year ago.
Charlie was trying to help, and I wanted to make Jesus Christ. Don't worry about it, Charlie. I'm with you, Charlie. Thank you very much.
I've got like 4 mods in the room that don't know what they're doing. One that does.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, join our Discord. Go check out hundreds of hours of nerdy stuff at our YouTube. Listen to us on Spotify. I'm pretty sure that's the older stuff's on the same link. Can we get to your stuff on that same link?
I don't know, can you?
No, there's dice. There's dice something. I did.
Yeah.
What's it
thank
called?
All right, well, yeah, cool. So, yeah, just
Did
go
you
follow
see?
that. Oh, there's buttons under
Thank
the
you,
stream.
Charlie. It's just called Beholder.
Yeah.
Thank
Follow
you.
that one, because I
Thank you,
included
Charlie.
all of heavyweight stuff on that.
The real mod.
Because I was nice.
So,
I set up your link tree.
And I included all of heavyweight stuff on that one, because kind of nice.
just can't get the
Because I asked
stuff.
her to.
Tell you, Dungeon Masters, they're all whammers.
Agreed.
Go check out us on all that stuff. Yay! We're sponsored. Do you know why? Because we're brilliant, and more people should sponsor us. So if you're listening, Nike, send them to-
Sneak monster.
this is well up your street.
M&Ms.
Advertising.
M&Ms.
M&Ms.
Fanta.
If Nike want to send me the Air Jordans from Miles Morales, I'll have them.
It's just if you've got
Size
a bear you want to
11.
get rid of. Yeah.
We only do like a shoe stream where we play D&D.
We all play
Only
shoes.
see our shoes.
All right, I thought we were all going to play shoes.
Shoe people.
Shoe people. Homebrew race right there. Moving on. Surenscape.
See, I'm nice. I wait. Whereas they're just going, nah, shove everything in
If
there
I don't
now.
get it on, I'll forget it. Right?
Yeah, the amount of time, like, we banned Ree at one point. Because someone would say good
Type-
evening, and then it'd be like...
Typing things as I remember them, not as it says them. Like,
If you go to Surenscape, Ree...
I've done it. It's the first one. You just got to
What,
scroll
there's
up.
7?
You just got to scroll up.
I can't
It's there.
scroll up.
Free.
My fingers are...
We use Sirenscape for our gaming music. Check them out at www.sirenscape.com.
There you go, thank you. Coyote Grey. Go on, Ree. You on a roll? Coyote
Are
Grey.
you okay to do it now?
Coyote Grey.
I've done it. It's there. I've
Well,
done
you
it.
got to read it out.
Oh,
I'm reading
do
them out
you
now.
look at Roll20 and think this is good, but I want chibi tokens? Well, we did. Coyote Grey thought the same.
Oh, I picked the wrong person.
You can get chibi tokens by following the link. I'm not reading that out, but it's on Roll20.
Lucky Battle Mats. Rich, you can do Lucky Battle Mats.
Loki Battle Mats, an award-winning UK-based TTRPG
Read
accessory
it.
creator. Please, if you want to know more about their giant, big, modular book sets, battle maps, their little book sets as well, you can go to LokiBattleMats.com or search Loki, L-O-K-E, on most social media. You can also, if you want to, pop over to DriveThruRPG and grab their digital content, which you can use on most virtual tabletops.
Of course he did it with more detail.
Read it out. It says,
Well
do
done.
you want high quality TTRPG maps? Make it harder for yourself.
And the one that's not on here, again, is Sparky, of course.
It
It
is.
literally
Charlie
is.
did that
Charlie
one.
did that one.
Right.
No, but it's not on.
It's not on the logos, you absolute crazy people. All right?
That's a you problem.
Yeah?
It's in pictures if you just want to add it in.
No,
Breaking.
no. Just because he's given us all the minis for his characters and the big mini for a massive fight and other
That's
stuff.
never going to happen.
We're not going to get there.
Not
Already,
really.
already.
I'm just going to summon it in the pit.
Are we just never leaving the pits?
We've got a dragon.
That's it. Oh, you missed it last night. You've decided that this is going to be our new headquarters. Go check out Sparky Eco's minis
You
at
like the
Etsy.
dragon?
Absolutely brilliant minis out there. I cannot wait to start buying more of them when we start playing around the tables. Me and Eddie were discussing our home campaign that we're going to start that won't be on a stream because we can do horrible stuff to each other off stream. It'll be on the OnlyFans. Go check out Sparky Go, absolutely brilliant. Did the character minis, which there are photos of. You will get to see the mask mini, which we'll do a little unboxing. Maybe today, more likely tomorrow. But yeah, please check out Sparky Go, Sirenscape, Coyote Grey, Loki Battle Mats. Loads of friends of the channel, which will pop up. The character art that you will see in the little slideshow, the chibis, is done by Becky Appleyard Art on Facebook. A link will be popping up. She's a brilliant little artist. She continues to learn new things, new styles, new methods to improve her own work, and it's been great seeing that journey of hers over the years. And she's currently doing a commission which has got like 200 characters on it from our lovely hobby of LARP. So if you do go check out her Facebook, have a look, it's proper cool.
Is that the bears one?
Lions.
Lions,
but yeah. She does them every couple of years, I think, like when they get new characters and stuff.
So
yeah, and she does maps as well, like really cool, in her own like style. You can see her personality in her artwork. It's cool. That's it for sponsors. Monkey Face.
Look at me.
It's already up.
Okay.
Do you feel sorry for the adventurers?
Yes.
Monkey Face. Donate 200 bits /cheers to give the party a reroll. They can't be used on the DM, that'll be me, or the death saving throws, that'll be Rich. They don't roll over to the following day. Any money made from these bits this week, so I'll add it all up
Do some maths.
sometime. We'll put it all together, and whatever is donated in bits and that, I'll know how much to spread out across the 3 charities that we're raising money for. 200 bits in, cool. The guys get a reroll. If you donate 1,000 bits to me, like specify please, I'll get a reroll and just be a whammer with it. But yeah, thank you. I'm looking at you, Luke.
Yeah, as Bree literally says, give bits,
Not to AD. Right, so
Thanks,
thanks,
Tom.
cheers, Tom.
In the yard.
For the party, and I'm waiting for 1,000 bits to come through and go, but what AD? No.
Just give Luke time, he's logging in. The reason we are doing this, other than punishing
Oh,
myself,
For
thanks,
the
Tom.
party! Yes.
it's
Thanks,
still only
Tom.
400,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Still only counts as 2.
It still only counts
only
as
counts
one. What was I saying? The reason we're doing this, only got 900. Well, just take
That's-
some of Reese.
That's 4 for us. No.
And I guess, yay! From Tom, your saviour. Jeb lives on in our hearts.
Anyway, moving on. The
Yeah.
reason we're doing
The reason we're doing this is every year we do a charity stream of various flavours, normally sat around the table rolling dice, playing computer games. We've raised nearly £8,000 in the last few years, so we want to obviously keep that going every year and raise money for charities that need it. The charities we are raising money for this year is Shelter UK, which helps folks in homeless situations, MS UK, which supports folk with MS, how to go through their life, etc. Etc. is a terrible way of doing it, but go to their site. They can explain it way better than myself, and they do a great job. And I don't want to dilute it by trying to sound like I'm smart, which we all know. And Papyrus, which prevent suicide in young people, little folk. You're all right, Rich. Your camera's gone blurry. So please go check out those charities. The link should be there. When you get to the Just Giving page, it won't show you the names of the charities. You will have to click into them to see which one it is. Just donate to the one you wish to donate to, or all of them if you can. It's super appreciated. We're 600 something already.
660.
My aim by the end of Friday session is to be £1,000. So I know if you've already donated, that's super grateful. But if you can find other people that you can rob, convince, etc., give them a nudge, give them the link at work, friends. They don't even have to like D&D, but if you can get people donating, the more we
know
give.
it's payday on Friday as well. So.
I get paid tomorrow. Yeah, I might donate.
I got paid last night. So.
All right. So why is it not on 800 quid?
50 quid went in on me.
That's not.
From Remy.
That doesn't sound like 200. So yeah, please, if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. But shout, tell people. Like if you're on the internet watching this, it means you've got people online next to you. Give them the link. Tell them to go donate. It'd be super appreciated. For those of you that are throwing in on the prizes, it's £5 a pop. So if you want to go with the prizes, you donate £5, your name goes in a hat. You tell me which hat you want it in, whether it's for the dice, the candles, the gift vouchers, that sort of stuff. The more chances you want, the more £5 you've got to donate. It's that simple. After the week long, I'll leave it open for a few days, probably into next week, so we can do some smaller streams dedicated to those prizes, and if folks want to have a go at winning them and such, because obviously payday, and we can let you guys forego your bills to win a beautiful Dice Guardian from Ashana. The prize list will pop up soon. Go check it out. We have 3 trees candles. They're beautiful. Their Halloween range is super cute, little skulls and pumpkins. They've also got some big D20 candles. You've got Bardic Inspiration with their candles and their dice and stickers and pins and such. So please go check them out. They're throwing in prizes. We've got £100 gift voucher. We've got axe throwing. We've got escape rooms. We've got maps. 6-month Simonscape subscription. One shots with Rich from Dice the Beholder. One shot with me for yourself and 4 friends, no more. One shot doesn't necessarily mean a 3-hour adventure bash. You might get a couple of sessions out of your one shot, but you won't know unless you go out for it. Is that it for prizes?
I've broken her, sorry. She misses her boyfriend.
I'm in a lot of pain. So I'm here. And it's a good thing that Rhea is now discreet, because it means she doesn't have to say anything.
Oh, she's not. Is that how it is? She's discreet now.
So she just doesn't talk.
She's fine now being discreet.
We'll see how it goes.
Only for this one.
Only for this week.
Just get on the dragon.
And then next
Just
week,
get on the
it's
dragon.
fireball.
What
So-
fucking dragon? You'll get that.
Are we
You'll
done?
get that.
Is that everything? That's good, yeah?
Yep.
Hannah can do the recap.
Oh, yeah. Went to a warehouse.
Over to HR.
Sold
Over to
funeral
HR.
flowers.
Sold funeral flowers.
Have made
You ready, HR?
77
Yeah, made a fair amount of silver.
You didn't know.
We're going to tune into HR's recap. This is for a re-roll for everyone. I don't know why I'm offering the re-roll, because he's got better notes than I have, so. Claiming of the month. I'm just going to eat.
It's been intense, sorry.
Faith, I love you.
I just want to point out that Tony's donated £6, so the total is now £666.
You've got issues. You've got issues. Thank you.
Someone's just donated £6.
That was Tony
Yeah,
to
totally.
make it
So we've now got
666.
660.
Yes, Tony!
As much as that's a funny number, please go above it.
6,600.
Do you know what we do need?
A recap.
690.
So,
Not before 9.
HR.
cast your minds back to yesterday,
Wow.
where we started off with the majority of us, if not everybody, in fact, everybody back in the guild house. There's a brief conversation kind of in the morning as people started kind of informing the rest of the party where they'd been, what they'd done, that sort of thing. And we started off quite nicely with Bjorn picking up a wolf paw and briefly getting banished. What an exciting time. Where he went and spoke to Costo, who essentially, to summarise, said he's on the right path. The wolf paw was then swiftly taken away as the party established the fact that it could probably be used to scry on their location. Later followed by a dwarf turning up in Buxy Bay. No connection at all. The party then discussed how the best route was to get to Fora on the south coast. How they could sail around there, or they could try and walk there, that sort of thing. Eventually, culminating in the party deciding before they went to Fora, they needed to earn some dollar. The party then decided the best way they could earn that dollar was through pit fighting. They went down. They went down to a pit fight in a warehouse, one of the Buxy Bay's underground fighting rings, as it were, where Bjorn was first to enter and fought against Cavakin, a leveller of mountains, a 3'1" Goliath. The fight between, so there was a fight between the Goliath and Bjorn, eventually culminating in the Goliath seemingly eating Bjorn, who had just turned into a mouse, and throwing him out the warehouse. So he was the last one standing, and therefore won the fight.
Rage.
Etheria tried to join in as well briefly, trying to earn 1,000 gold, optimistically, which could have ended up in some kind of
Casual side quests.
getting shanked in an alleyway. Post that fight, Althea and Remy, Althea signed up for a fight with a 250 gold prize. Remy subtly went and signed up as well, basically tagging in as a duo with the ringmaster. Went back to kind of go and prep themselves. Althea and Remy had a bit of a heart-to-heart when Remy signed up, that sort of thing, but he assured Althea that he'd got some sort of plan. The party then spent a bit of time trying to convince Remy not to enter, but Remy was dead set on the fact that he knew what he was doing. Cuts over to Bjorn, who saw his sister-in-law, Valdis, who normally never leaves his sister's side. Valdis was immediately started crying when she saw Bjorn, and talked about how Tarun was at home, safe and sound, because there was an initial panic in Bjorn's kind of face, as it were. Tarun was adamant that Bjorn needed to come home, as his brother Alison kept going into some sort of trance-like state after coming out of the woods, covered in runes, talking about how the fates and pages of the story had all been torn asunder. Valdis looked really, really nervous. I won't put the exact words that I've written down there. FaZe, meanwhile, was speaking to a gnome called View in the guild house, who was basically FaZe informed View to be discreet for fears of not wanting to provoke Everdark or get View dragged into anything. Meanwhile, then Bjorn, Rhea, and Valdis turned up. There was a bit of an interaction then with Leo, where they noticed that he wasn't using magic, and he talked about how Ectelio was still really ill, and the party kind of started piecing together the fact that Ectelio's magic was running, or like fuels the guild house, that sort of thing. The bar looked kind of less grand, less jazzy, or less pizzazz, sparkle, that sort of thing. It was just mundane bar. Bjorn then found out that old Helga had died, was killed by an adult hare on a hunt. Bjorn's kind of all sworn a blood oath to get vengeance for Helga, and Bjorn swore one too there and then.
You're
Sorry,
sorry.
but
Alexander then went on to explain how the fates in Viconia, or what was happening to the fates from Alexander's perspective, hearing about how people were forgetting stories from the past, stories and pages were burning up, room readers were struggling to connect, in Cruel the parchments were all burning up and storybooks were disappearing, that sort of thing. And then went on to explain, along with Leonidas, that the Ectelio was basically the first song of Colossus, or the first song ever sung in Etoria by the bards, deep from like within, as it were. FaZe then went back to speak to View, where she discovered they were looking through a thank you letter from Everdark to Everdawn, talking about a sword that was gifted, and there was an unusual kind of casual humour to the letter. The party then went down to the pit fight again, where they met, where Althea and Remy went to start a fight with Sharkaeus and Jorginho.
Crime busters of Colossus.
So Sharkaeus and Jorginho, the fight started, and the usual chaos of the pit fight ensued. Individuals were getting bolted and blasted all over the place. with people chipping in on all sides. So Remy drank a potion and started retching and hurling, and basically culminating him into him shifting. As he was doing so,
I'm so glad you said shifting.
Valdis was looking at Bjorn and basically decided, or Bjorn gave her the nod to use the amulet.
The wedding gift from her father-in-law.
Reading it.
Let HR do their job, right?
If you want to do the recap, you do the recap yourself. But make better notes.
I'll just log into your...
In a world I'm
Valdis then shifted into a white dragon using the the wedding gift from Bjorn's father, so her father-in-law.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. Amazing. Shifted into the white wyvern. Remy then turned into a green dragon.
Emerald.
Of emerald nature.
That's not written down. Oh! I literally seen the wing flying.
Shifted into a green dragon. The fight then continued, and the kind of chaos of the fight kind of ensued. Everybody kind of piled in, people trying to run away, lots of people dying, getting acid breathed all over the place.
Funeral flowers.
And then basically the party was able to kind of almost kill Remy, but subdue him enough.
Put a lot of effort in.
Subdue him enough that they could then do something with it. Meanwhile,
You critted him.
Havoc in the Leveler of Mountains, looking round and seeing the death and destruction, seemingly went over to the body of the ringmaster and then left, but then the spirit attacked the dragon. Althea, in a moment of rage, ran out after him, but couldn't find him. The party then went back to focusing on what was going on with Remy, the now dragon that was in front of them, Emerald Dragon that was in front of them. Eventually, coming to the conclusion that they wanted to, they couldn't just let him die. Multiple avenues were explored, people were kind of contacted, that sort of thing. But who knew? Leonidas, the little legend, stepped forward and was actually the one to save the day, taking Faze and Etheria into going into Remy's dreams, basically, and allowing Remy the ability to kind of start controlling the dragon-esque part of himself, which then, when they came out, they were able to wake Remy up, and Remy was seemingly able to maintain control. Leonidas then gave Remy a little pat. Remy turned invisible and flew off to go and maybe find food, but did come back. Meanwhile, while that was all happening,
Covered in it.
Meanwhile, while that was all happening,
Everyone went back to Excelio's guild house, and we're on the next day.
That's not
And
the
you've
end of
just
it.
lost the reload.
meanwhile, while that was happening, there was at first talks of stories not being finished or not being able to be finished. Talks of kind of kind of confirming the tales of the fate readers and all that sort of stuff. Nerekai was mentioned, and the party got a glimpse of Leonidas' purple eyes. Excelio, or more talks of the Excelio being the first song that the bards ever kind of sung. The Emerald Dragon arrived back, but not invisible. And the party were basically then panicking, figuring out what they needed to do, that sort of thing. And the doors, in fact, there was a little knock on the door, and a little monkey called Volusia arrived with a plan in mind. Started walking through the town, singing about how there's going to be a performance at midday tomorrow, talking about how it would be all about dragons and that sort of thing to kind of cover up the emerald green dragon flying around
The world.
basically. Yeah. And that was pretty much it, bar a conversation between Bjorn and Valis.
And it's before 9, so make sure the recap is PG.
Like
Like
everything else we
Bjorn.
say here.
The conversation
Obviously.
between Bjorn and his sister-in-law went something along the lines of talking about how Bjorn had less experience with the ladies, essentially. How
I said.
how he asked
He's now stuck.
how he asked Valdis to lay off Valdis questioned that and started kind of probing deeper into why Bjorn might ask Valdis to
All the
kind of
words.
lay off Phase.
You can't say probe before 9 o'clock.
Probing.
It's a
You
word.
can say probe.
No,
Probing.
You can say
yeah,
probing.
probing for more
Probing.
information.
you
Yeah.
said lid, you said
Well, now I've
probe.
said it about 4 times.
Probe.
Very good now, I think.
Probing for more information about
Never happening again.
why Bjorn would ask her to lay off Phase. Bjorn
Fire her from her job.
Bjorn basically, to summarise, kind of went beetroot and didn't really know what to say, talking about his lack of experience, severe lack of experience, how he didn't really understand how to word any of it, how he didn't really know what was going on with him and FaZe, and how he wasn't embarrassed at all, but was definitely embarrassed. And who would overhear? But a
Thank
certain,
you, Tony.
a certain blacksmith with critical ears.
Critical ears.
Shauna came over, and there's more and more beetroot colour appearing in Bjorn's face as he blushed, trying to wriggle out of the situation. Eventually culminating in Valdis and Shauna walking off, of all things.
She's an apprentice blacksmith now.
Bjorn walked away with his tail between his legs to the guild house. And that is where we'll leave. Oh, in fact, everybody then wrapped up, slept for the night, and off we go.
Just to clarify, I don't have a tail.
Tail between his legs.
Sorry.
Proverbial.
Colossian dwarves, mate. It's day 4.
I don't know, but I think so.
I'll show you.
I think it's a double S, but yeah.
You think?
Made up words aren't easy to remember.
It's your made up word.
It's his made up word because he went on mapgeneratorwords.com.
Make me a word.
I don't know, mate. If that's a site, that is a hell of a...
I mean, there's.
He definitely on some generator when he was making
Some of
it.
them I use. Yeah.
No, so no C double K.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it's, yeah.
Oh, it's BUKKSEI.
It's like this. If anyone was wondering, this is how you spell
Yeah.
Luxy Bay.
Books.
Okay.
Because in my head it's
Correct.
been that.
Just be a stat badass, all right? Don't worry about the game. Just in life.
How do you spell this place?
Just roll dice and blow stuff up. Right. Right. As you walked a mile,
Fuck me.
It's
100
12 o'clock.
Sorry. £144 from Tom.
Tom!
yay! Has that brought it up to 1,000?
You're allowed
Uh,
to. You're allowed to.
Yeah, 810.
810.
Yeah, can I have that as a free F word?
Dead to
please?
me.
You're allowed to swear.
Thank
Dead
you.
to me, Tom.
Can we just appreciate that everyone and their mums would be seeing dragons around here?
Thank you very much.
Who's everyone on their mums?
Much appreciated. I love it.
Farmers' mums.
What did I think? That's a good, nice round number as well. I love it.
Well, no, it's,
Um,
he donated another 44, and I think he did the maths wrong because he's put 200 away, keep going, but he's made it 810. So it's 190 away, Tom. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
190 away, Tom. Quite like that.
It's in our favour.
Tom also donated yesterday
and
Oh.
and lots of bits.
Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so everyone else,
What a guy.
pull your fingers out. All right?
Only
Yeah,
200
that's
quid
it.
away, Tom. Just
So
saying.
Tom's donated from their OnlyFans content.
Only
So-
farms content.
All
this is
right,
true,
so tell Daisy thank you.
Be like Tom.
Be
Be like Tom.
Be
like Tom.
Tom, you're ridiculous.
Um,
Still in
thank
the
We
you.
would not have him any other way.
tell
because
your
he's
last
also-
thank you.
because he supplied us with all the lights that you see so that you can see us.
In fact, none of the lights you
So,
can see, but all of the reasons you can see us.
Very good.
Yeah, all them lights on camera, they're Rich's and Amelia's house.
Without this stream, without Tom, this wouldn't have happened as well as it has done.
You're
So
not
thank you,
dark,
Tom.
Be like Tom. We're gonna sit here like-
I don't do dark. Right,
On that note,
you travelled at least a mile carrying a few stones yesterday, so you all get to level up again. Biggest reason, you brought an emerald dragon back into Colossus. Thank you, Ree, and thank you, Remy, for being better at stealing than we thought. And you all doubted
My
his
dice
abilities.
roll.
Oh no, an alchemist was good at robbing. If only the guy
It's
watching it.
definitely a mistake. It should be
I mean-
pointed out this was not a good thing.
There are
for
some
Remy.
personalities that some might prefer in a dragon. However, I think Remy is the first dragon.
I'm a massive fan of Toothless.
Is he
Remy is basically
toothless?
Toothless.
Yeah.
Toothless.
Toothless is competent. Remy fell over into a vat of dragon changing juice, trying to reach for the cure wounds to help Ree in the fight.
Well,
Also known as Althea.
when Remy starts flirting, it's going to be Toothless doing the mating dance.
Both of them things won't be happening. If
Oh, Tom, he's donated another £90, saying £100 away. I've run out of fingers and toes for counting. So we're on £900 now.
Guy.
Tom
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
great, mate.
Even
Honestly,
it out,
Tom.
that's your lot now.
I already
Thank you,
cried this morning.
I'd just like to point out that we raised a £5 yesterday before I donated 50 quid, so this makes up for it.
So we're alright for the day now. Right, we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Tom, bring your card. We've got £100 to do.
We're only going to make another like 40%.
If we hit the 1,000 today, I'll shave my head.
I thought you were going to say
So while you're all levelling up, I'll
Yeah,
entertain the
that's
crowds.
give me an undercut. That's a pretty good deal.
If we get £1,000 of shaving face,
Part of my head.
yeah, that's what I said.
The Warforged side.
The Warforged
The
side.
Warforged side.
I'd let that happen.
Then we'll
It
get
wouldn't be the first time.
we'll get a silver.
I'd have an undercut, not a
All right,
whole
Rich.
one.
We'll get a silver puzzle
Ready.
marker and then colour it in.
Have you all
Farzan,
leveled
we
up?
shave rich.
Yes.
Yes, I've done
From
that.
head to toe.
No, another 1,000.
If we hit £2,000.
£2,000 and we shave your beard off.
And you would never speak to me.
I've just got an email.
It's for charity.
It's from Mike.
2,000. It's from Matt Mercer.
Yeah, alright.
But you do it then, wouldn't
Oh,
you?
please.
Mercer's never letting you shave your
No,
head, don't
all it says is I've changed the Echo Knight.
I
Please see D&D Beyond.
received 200 complaints yesterday.
Please don't shave Richard's
All from
beard
me.
off because I actually find it really creepy when he doesn't have one.
I don't
And
like
have to stay
seeing.
married
You
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why we stopped being friends for a
Formally
while.
married in September, like it's got.
And the
I've
alcohol.
seen a picture with Luke without a beard, and I honestly don't think I would fancy him
I might
if he
get
didn't have a
Rich
beard.
On that note,
I want Jason to shave his beard just once.
No, it's horrifying. Don't do it.
I was going to say something that I can't
beardless,
say before 9
bearded
o'clock.
people look like little
I
babies.
need to see it.
I'll find you Rich.
But also, Jason is old now.
Just
so
Google
he
baby
was
face.
looking like a baby.
Have you
Right,
seen
levelling
Boss
up.
Baby?
Baby face.
Baby face.
Just-
Fairs, have you leveled up?
Yeah, I took another level in cleric. It took me 3 seconds.
I've said that before. Have
Yeah.
you leveled up, Ray?
Yeah.
You druid.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
knows nothing else of the world.
Level
right
9's one of
now.
those easy ones where you just get like a spell.
Just extra hit
Unless-
points, is that
That's
it?
your
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
multi-classing.
multi-classing.
Yeah, multi. He's now a level 2 barbarian.
Level 3, thank you very much.
Warlock 7, Sorcerer 2.
Bad.
No.
The most powerful. Is Phoenix? Phoenix is Jason, isn't it?
It is Jason.
He says
Oh,
no, chef.
Are you okay with the optional feature manager on D&D Beyond?
I don't know what that is. So
It
yeah.
means so at 3rd level I would get
Just
optional. When you reach 3rd level, you gain proficiency in one skill from your choice from the list of skills available up to barbarians at 1st level. So I get an extra proficiency.
But what's
the
the
skill.
Oh, is it? It's I don't.
It's optional class
The
features.
optional feature managers. Yeah, we've
It's yes.
So you've all been
leveled
using
up
them. All right, I'm using it
since-
because they have.
Yeah, go for it.
Just the bard.
You do like additional bard spells, additional
Just
warlock
cleric.
spells.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
Natasha's stuff?
It-
That,
it-
it's
Yes,
the Tasha's
It's
bits.
the Tasha's cauldron.
Is it in
On D&D Beyond.
Tasha's heavier crockpot bits and bobs?
Why don't you
You can
tell the
buy it on
viewers
there.
about?
Go to DM's Guild, buy our stuff.
Like, is that on the first page or something? You just turn it on.
I ain't got a clue,
It,
mate.
it asks you when you level up here. You go to that and you tick it.
D&D Beyond.
And then it,
If you go to go to home.
First page.
Right, while he's doing that, yes, Althea, you can do that.
Thank you.
What have you
Yes,
taken a level in?
everything.
I'm taking a level in
Yeah,
barbarian.
Just takes
I'm
you
not.
to
Like, I'm
Three.
just. I'm just going
What's
to
your
through the
power?
level.
Ancestral
Ancestral Guardian.
Guardian.
But it basically gives you like.
Because I think I'm going to drop.
Next level in Etheria.
Yep. 9th level Etheria. Whatever she is.
We will one day find out when we sort that out. But yeah.
And I rolled a 6.
You know what, I'm going to put my extra proficiency
On a D20.
perception.
Nice.
On
But
the
it's that and all
D1.
that.
Etheria,
nature
you've got
of
60
survival.
points. Althea, how many hit points? Did you take the average?
Yeah, I think I'm on like 95.
Bad? Take the average?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I rolled
What did you get?
7.
Obviously.
104.
Average.
Cool.
I'm on 66. 6.
I always roll it. I've rolled like a 1 once. Everything else.
I rolled last
all
turn
off
and got a
stream.
2, so
Never
I'm
got
now
lower than
taking
an
the
11.
average.
Send me a picture. It's awful.
I'm rolling a D8.
I'm going to level up.
I didn't stutter. What's your con bonus?
Oh,
No,
God.
I'm a dwarf.
No,
Plus
no.
4.
You're not a dwarf.
I get the belt of the like you said.
I used to
But if
know,
you-
I used to know that.
But if you read it, if you're not a
Yes.
dwarf,
Yeah.
you look
Still
like a
get the
dwarf.
I still get the plus 2 combo. Because
What's the
it
actor from-
acts like a belt of
Yeah.
the
Of a kind.
The actor
Sword
from
Sharpness
Split.
and the sword
and
sharpness.
thrower.
And the belt dwarven kind gives you the thing.
Or he looks like
You gave it to me, mate. You rolled it.
I've just been sent a picture of
gave
Fry
it
without
to
a
you.
beard.
I
So
would
I'm
no
just
hair.
We're not shaving Bry's beard for any amount of money.
It's very upsetting.
You remember
We
this.
could trim it.
You remember
Who's the
this.
woman next to you, just out of interest?
Tabitha.
Oh,
It's basically just like done the little improvements for it, isn't it? That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like for the optional class features, it's just like they've obviously retweaked
Yeah.
classes for a little
It's
bit.
scary.
I don't make characters, so.
Yeah, I've not seen the optional class features.
Yeah, it just gives you a bit more utility. And
If he shaves, I'll be reporting him. So.
what? Childlike.
Yeah, because Brian's Amy's dad.
reporting to everyone.
What?
Everywhere.
Anyway.
I mean, you're in Telio's guild house. It is the morning, unless you wanted to do anything the night before. You'd all just got there. You got there at like 4 in the afternoon.
We all just. I'm staying at the warehouse till I've had a long rest. Essentially.
Okay.
I'll be there in the-
Is anyone doing anything? Falouche, you're back at Telio's, weren't you?
Yeah.
Who wasn't? Oh, you were at the warehouse with Wolfbearer.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything with the rest of the day? Like you literally brought a dragon at tea time.
Did Valdis? Did she go with you?
She went with Shauna.
She went with Shauna. Okay.
shut up
No,
shop,
she,
isn't
yeah,
he?
yeah.
She's showing her how to blacksmith.
Shauna's gone to do some stuff.
Because she was going to stay at the warehouse.
She's going to show her the scissors,
All the hammering.
all the hammers.
It's 10 to 1 in the afternoon.
She's a blacksmith.
She's a blacksmith.
It's about
Look, if you're going to kick off about probe,
It's about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 4 p.m.
They're on about the hammer and tongues. The hammer and tongues.
I want
It's a
to
spell.
go and ask. I want to get hold of a fair chunk of incense, but I don't have any money. So I'm trying to work out how to do it.
Are you asking the DM for a loan? Steal it.
Yeah, I'm absolutely stealthy. No one.
Remy stole a dragon potion.
Remy works there.
That's true, actually.
I'll go
It's
and
just like
work in a
stealing, but-
magical supply shop for
Sausage
6
roll
months
from
and then
Greg's.
steal stuff on the way. Oh yeah, Etherea's going to do it. Noble Etherea. Great.
Theory.
I don't think you deserve the drive-by, to be honest.
I think Etheria. I love that. Etheria won't steal it for me. No, I won't. Dingle.
Yeah, there is the bag of Velouche.
To be fair, everyone's noticed Etheria walking with a bit of a limp.
Right. Are we in the?
You're all in the guild house except that one over there.
She now lives in a dirty warehouse full of bodies. Cool.
And a dragon.
Althea.
Wait till breakfast, there'll be no bodies.
Wolfbearer's with Althea.
Wolfbearer, 15 guards.
Valdis is gone.
Valdis is
I'm
not
in
there. The only
cover.
people not there are Valdis and Althea and Wolfbearer and Alexander.
And
Remy.
Etherea. You said you'd done quite a lot of shows with Velouche previously. Were those profitable? So
Do a dexterity saving.
there's sort of 2 things I need to help protect the party.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's not really protection
Oh.
so much as information. I need to get a hold of 250 golds worth of incense and about another 200 golds worth of ivory.
I'm not quite that slow.
I'm like,
It would obviously be up to Velouche, but
Oh, he's here.
I would estimate the Velouche's current account to be worth about 209 gold.
209's a good start. Maybe after
Yeah, so
tomorrow I'll
the
be able to-
sack he put on the table nearly broke the table.
Okay. I'll
It's
wait
all
till
in
tomorrow
copper.
and see if it's something I can do. I might be able to find out some information about what's going on in the world, maybe, with the right components.
Yeah.
It's a spell, weirdly, I couldn't do this morning, but I can now.
There's too much eye contact.
Alright, it'll have to wait until tomorrow, I think.
Yes.
Best.
I've been keeping it for Volush, but if Volush is happy, that's what we have.
Alright, we moved on to strawberries, have we? Or is he still into peach?
It's a peach.
It's a peach.
It's a really red peach.
Bear with the mind.
It's a peach with chicken pox.
Yeah. That's called a nasher.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to go up to the bar and go, excuse me, can I have a peach?
Leo just runs his hand through his hair, looking knackered. Yeah, I get you a peach.
I wasn't going to, Leo. I was just going to one of the other bar staff.
There is no other bar staff in the morning. The bar staff. There should be, but there isn't. It's just Leo looking knackered.
I mean, if you know what? It's not that important. It can wait till tomorrow. I don't need a peach that badly.
He looks at the peach.
I mean, I'll have it if you've got it. I just don't want to put you out.
It's over there on the floor.
Thank you. And I'll go and pick it up.
Leo then slumps into a chair behind the bar.
Leo. And I'll go to Volusia. Can I have a loan? Give him an inch.
200 gold.
Yes.
And you give me 300 in a week.
Yeah, I don't really have a way of earning money. It's a bit of a challenge for me.
It's not my problem.
I'll see what if I'm doing that, I might as well just earn the money and do it later in the week. That doesn't make any sense. Is there a clinic in Buxy Bay? Like a health clinic?
Is there a gun clinic?
It's Shagaloo, so yeah.
It's not an STD clinic, you've thrown
It is now.
There are places of healthiness.
Okay.
The gym.
More looking for like medical
I know,
clinics,
I know.
yeah. I will go and see if I can find one.
Okay.
Bye.
Fairs leaves.
Bye, Fish. Bye, everyone else. We're just gone.
If she just walked out, I thought that was a reasonable offer.
We're not the best at earning money. We're not. All our money is coming from
Alexander just enters the room, hears that, turns around and walks back out.
all our money we can carry comes from you. Sorry, Alexander.
Gone. Wounded.
We have so much pips of that man.
You also forgot we have a patron who buys us stuff.
Especially when I tell you, it makes him take it out of his own money. Tax dodge.
Thanks to like, you hired him.
Yeah, I didn't want him here.
I'd have done it for 250.
Anyone else? Bjorn, you doing out? Wanna go
I'm in
any?
the room.
Wanna realm hop anywhere?
I'm in my room, still like being
It's on A4.
annoyed more at myself now than anyone in the party for having a conversation with Valdis and for storming off and not being able to explain myself correctly to the rest of the party and shouting at them instead. So I'm just simmering in my room,
Okay.
annoyed that I can't just sleep it off.
Or get drunk.
Or get
Or
drunk,
just have a
or
kebab.
eat my problems away.
Yeah. But I'm here for you.
My solution.
I'm just sitting there.
Staring at the wall. 3'2", robed figure. Eddie, I need you to do it. Anyone else in the guild doing anything?
I'd like to go back to the people penning and things like that and sit down and ask
The area's quiet. There's no one there doing up. Yesterday was setting up. There's definitely a different pace. Obviously, the festival a few weeks ago. Sometimes the guild's got a bit more through traffic. Today it's pretty chill.
I'd like to get some parchment and some supplies and spend the evening penning dragons
Painting dragons. Nice.
and making merch.
I'll be leaning over his shoulder like, weirdly close.
Her
She's looking
shoulder.
at his face, like, her shoulder. Is that right? Just looking over.
All right, that's just all right. Cool. Just want to insert the creepy bit. Down at the warehouse, you wake up. You are not holding Remy. You're like nothing around you as you wake up. And when you wake up, you see Remy right in the corner, just every now and then looking up. Huge dragon head, emerald feathered wings kind of curled in, trying to hide, as if he's trying to do this.
One wing out.
It'll take some getting used to, Rem.
And he nudges one of the bodies towards you.
Arm rolls across the floor.
Just falls.
Still the
You know, Toy Story, Sid's house, all the toys. That's what it looks like
That's
right there.
exactly how I pictured it. It's upsetting.
And then you see him chewing on a Buzz Lightyear.
you have that one.
Wolfbarrow's like, I've seen some stuff for these last few minutes. How are we?
Okay. Have you felt Remy's wings? They're incredible. They're like the softest down I've ever felt.
They're like that of a bird, yes.
Is that? Do you know if that's common of? Well, do you know if that's common of dragons? But I don't think anyone probably knows that.
None of the last 12 I've met.
In my head, I always imagined dragons to be have scaled wings, or that of like a reptilian, not alien.
I just know dragons are dragons. I'm not a expert. Maybe find a book or something, but I don't know. I mean, they're nice. Remy seems to be not as burn the world as some of the myths and legends would have you. Remy's like,
I'll go up to Remy.
warehouse is like this.
You okay? You good?
Just see
Eating.
the arm.
Yeah.
It's looking cleaner.
Yeah. So it's probably for the best. You keep going. Like, I suppose the others. Well, oh no, we need to speak to Ectelio. But I don't want to leave from him. So, in case someone steals him.
Here's my precious. Off his hair's falling out.
The big wolf barrier. The wolf barrier is like garden. Do you know what a guardian like?
You can look at him. You don't touch him. If you need to
Is
leave,
there
I can keep an eye on Remy.
the guards are still there?
Oh yeah,
Is there like a
their job is fueled by fear.
is there like a leader of them? Like, is there like a
Yeah,
head
yeah, there's
guard
one in
that I can
command,
see?
yeah.
I'll go up to him and say I'm gonna go up to the guild house because we've got an audience with Ectelio. We'll be back. So please don't move, don't leave until we're back. If Remy needs any of us, just send a runner and we'll come back down.
Noted.
Don't be scared of him. Like he's harmless. He's not harmless,
Legion.
but he's very nice.
So he's Remy eating the dead people. Okay.
Don't be scared. And she'll go back up to the guild house.
Am I staying here or coming with you?
It's up to you. I trust the guards.
I'll stay here.
All
I'll
right.
stay here. Just going to meditate. It's a common thing.
She'll walk as she's walking up to the guild house. She'll be looking and seeing if there's any like people going, "Oh my god, I saw a dragon," that kind of thing. Like if there's any chatter. amongst
Perception
the-
check.
Just took proficiency in that. So
With disadvantage for being cocky.
12.
12? The people you hear in chattering, they seem to be genuinely excited about some sort of dragon show later on in the day. Remy's mentioned quite a lot, but not with any relevance to oh my God, did you see the dragons flying over the docks?
Mm.
It was like, did you see that little monkey and well, yourself and like the fairs and
Yeah.
full on like a little carnival coming
What?
through with the
Um,
dragons in the sky.
What about anyone mentioning what happened in the warehouse before Remington? Is there any like, oh my God, there was a
I
massive
don't think
fight?
there were any
blah, blah.
survivors.
Well, it was a case of like, oh my
Half the
God, did you
Buxy
see
Bear
the-
wiped out.
Oh,
There's no one on the streets talking about it.
okay.
At least not with a 12.
Just keep walking up to the
But you
Girls'
do see a
house
dwarf with a
throwing some hair.
a load of red locks hanging off it. And she's strawberry blonde, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a lot lighter than my hair.
All right.
Just for a frame of reference, like she's ginger. Not ginger.
Hey up, dirty dwarf.
I'll just keep walking up to the thing.
Okay. Phase.
Hi.
What for a Buxy Bear? Everyone walks out in Buxy Bear, like Lego people.
This was the night before, not the morning.
This is the morning.
Oh,
Did you?
I was going to do it the night before.
The morning after the night before.
We could do it the night before if you want.
Time travel.
Because it was like 4 p.m, so I had time to. I had a quick chat with the fairy and then was just going to leave.
Yeah, it's 4 p.m. Now. Oh no, because it's morning.
It's
Whatever.
morning.
Whatever.
Yeah, I thought this
I'm
was
like-
still
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
we went to
morning?
sleep.
No, for me, I mean, I just woke
Yeah,
I
up.
went
it's
for
the
the
next
morning.
morning.
For you, it's the next morning. But you lot are doing the night before. Cool. So you go out into Buxy Bear, it's night time.
Probably wouldn't we?
I'm so good at this. you,
There's a construct, so I think
you go out into the Buxy Bay. Night time is upon us. Into Buxy Bay. Night time is on. It livens up as is the norm here. Again, not the heaviness of the festival, but there is still a good nightlife. And you are looking for somewhere just generic standard, like apothecary healing, or someone that would. There's not a hospital here. Give me an investigation check.
Can't remember the wrong one. Oh wow, that's the first time Hayes has truly sucked at that. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up giving up and going home. Investigation.
You are home.
Yeah, 9.
9, cool. The closest thing you spot to anyone, there's a dwarven chap. He's only wearing just enough to cover the lower half. He's topless up top. His beard is all scraggling. He's got loads of seashells in it and stuff like this, and he's got a tortoise shell or turtle shell little cap. And he seems to just be helping a young one who's hurt their leg. There's nothing major, but he seems to have a stall of sorts. There are a couple of empty vial bottles on there that look dusty and dirty. There is some roots and such that are just in little things. There's a couple of what do you call it? The bandage stuff, the linen and that they use for that they would use for
Muslin.
bandaging. Muslin. There you go. And he's just got a little turtle shell amulet hanging down.
Just hello, is this your business?
I do. Yes, it is.
In the business of healing people?
Only when they need it.
Is it profitable?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Well, it depends what they need healing with. I made 7 silver yesterday. Made a silver today.
I'll be honest, I want to do something to help some people for a bit.
Well,
It's been a bit of a day of not feeling like I'm helping people very much. More harm than good.
What can you do?
I can heal people.
How's your leg? Still hurts. If you sort this one out, I'll give you the silver I earned.
Can't wait. And I'll
What?
No.
Snowball effect.
It's not BB Grumpy. Face is just grumpy. And I'll just cast healing word on him.
Healing wounds. Oh my god!
I had it for a second. I was like,
Just a cycle of wounds healing itself.
You look much better. Check out the blood.
So you're doing healing word on him?
Yeah.
This kid jumps up like, what the? And the dwarf steps back. Now, reaches back, gives you a pouch. I thought you were just going to use some of the tools there. Here, there must be about 9 silver in there, maybe 10.
Thanks. Mind if I hang out for a bit?
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I know where you could make a bit of coin actually.
Yeah.
You know the pits? Have you ever been to the pits?
You know, weirdly, I don't think that would be a great place for me today.
Why? They're always having accidents in the mines and such.
Sure, yeah. You know, they seemed super quiet when I walked past. Like lots of people had left in a hurry.
No, not the. You shut up, you're not the. Not the fighting pits.
There's other bits.
Well, it's outside of town, but you'd have to travel maybe not more than an hour, I suppose. They have some quarries out there for some of the marble that they transport north. They always hurt themselves.
It's not a bad suggestion.
There'll be a night shift on, which is where most of the accidents happen. You ever tried mining with a candle in your hand?
I'm gonna get him to give me like actual directions.
Honestly, just walk out the north gate of Buxy Bay. It's not really a gate, but and just follow the coast. And when you've what is up there? There's an old shipwreck just off to the side. If you hit left when you get to the shipwreck, take you about another 20 minutes walking into the plainlands, and you'll start seeing the structures. It's a bit rocky, however, but most of it's like deep and they're quarrying and down. So you might not see it immediately, but if you're looking for the makeshift, the buildings are not great.
Yeah, thank you for your help. I'm going to go and grab. I'm going to go back to Ectelio's briefly first, and I'm going to see if I can find Bjorn, who doesn't sleep.
You walk into a Viconian decorated room, as the rooms obviously match where you're from, or however you wish, and you see Bjorn staring at the wall. Two lights.
I'm going to poke him gently, like, Bjorn.
You feel a poke.
Hear you.
You're just staring at a wall there, bud.
I find there is very little else to do now that I cannot sleep.
On that note, do you want to come with me on a little short trip outside of town? You don't sleep much. I need to sleep. I'll deal with that later. I slept through the day. I'm not tired yet.
That is a fair point, actually.
Yes, I suppose.
I was going to go and offer some healing services over at the quarry just to make a little bit of cash so that I've got something to buy, I don't know, food and drink. Because I've got nothing. I've got like 3 copper. It's getting silly at this point.
I no longer need food and drink, but I do have some rations in my pack that you can have if you wish.
Thank you, but I'd also like to be able to buy a couple of drinks for other people. It's good for Christmas. Anyway, I just thought it was an option. It's not far. It's like an hour outside of town. It's not even far. There's some quarries. Apparently there's lots of injuries down there. And I thought it might be nice to do something more helpful than seeing a bunch of people chopped up into little tiny pieces.
I do not know how much help I will be, but I will come with you.
Bodyguard.
I don't know.
And
I don't know how much guarding I need.
No. Bodyguard for me. Because we shouldn't go anywhere alone, and I don't want to disturb anyone else because they were all injured and stuff, and I don't want to be, because we know the assassin was around. I don't really want to get killed, so I thought if there were 2 of us, it's.
I will guard your body.
Thank you, Bjorn.
at least you didn't say corpse.
So much more to
I'll
say.
guard your corpse.
How much silver did the guy at the thing give me?
If you count it out, it's actually 12 in there.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll drag Bjorn out the door and head off in the direction given to me.
Okay. As you are walking out of Buxy Bay, you see Valdis. Because obviously a couple of hours have passed. Just resting against the door of Shauna's blacksmith, smoking a pipe. And there's some work going on beyond the doors. Evening, brother.
Oh, there's hi.
How are you, Fizz?
Hello.
You alright? You're looking wonderful.
So are you.
Thank you.
We had a good afternoon, Valdis.
It's been alright. Got some hammering in.
Isn't Shauna wonderful?
She's a hell of a blacksmith.
Energetic person.
I mean, I felt like I did most of the work, but yeah.
Really? Just stealing your brother-in-law for a quick trip outside of town.
Oh.
You could join if you wanted, but I assume you're happy.
I'm okay. I'm going to go back to the guild and sleep in his room while you're out.
Seems sensible to me.
He's
Why?
very experienced with guarding.
Honestly, it makes sense. You guys are a little odd with each other. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine.
We were doing noise impressions earlier, and he didn't.
Everything
he
is fine.
Never heard the noises I'd made, so I won the game.
Why does he look like he's about to pop a vein he doesn't have?
He's a dwarf now.
Everything is fine.
Everything is awesome.
Little Lego man.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Ray flying above.
He's going through some stuff. He's a dwarf now.
I know.
I am right here.
Are you a dwarf?
Yeah,
now?
but you're being really weird, Bjorn. So we're glossing over it.
Any weirder than usual?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Pat him on the shoulder.
So where are you going? All right. To the left. There we go.
Different type of flirting.
Where are you going?
Just up to the quarries, apparently they have use of a healer up there, and I could use a little bit of cash. And I don't really have any other skills, so
And you're going because.
We should not be traveling alone at the moment.
I actually asked Bjorn if he'd be willing to join me as a sort of companion.
Well, that'd be nice.
Friend.
Long walk on the beach.
Pretty much, actually. It's like literally an hour in that direction. There's a shipwreck on the left. Like, it's along the beach. Which would be nice. Although I will say, sand sometimes gets into the joints on the metal.
The joints.
It's a bit of a nightmare. Not get reruns.
I nearly shared the experience, but I don't have the joints. To yourself. Right, well, I'm off back to my blacksmith lesson. Some bubbles come out.
Make sure she teaches you thoroughly. I'll grab you
I
on
love
by
how
the
you
arm.
went.
Grab you on by the arm. Bye, Alice.
Bye, Fizz.
Bye, Wellness.
Hate to see you leave. Love to watch you go. Bye, brother.
I like your sister-in-law.
Yes, many people like my sister-in-law.
She's got that really easy personality, you know, very easy to get along with, easy to talk to.
Yorkshire.
Yes,
Seriously, are you okay?
I am fine. Everything is fine.
Okay, because you kind of yelled at me earlier and I wasn't really doing anything
I know.
different to everyone
I
else. And
I yelled at everyone.
no,
I
you
was
looked
closer.
directly at me and yelled at me.
I'm sorry. I could not get my point across properly.
Something you struggle with, I think.
Yes. I am sorry for shouting at you.
It's alright, I didn't take it particularly personally.
I still think that many mistakes were made regarding Remy, but
Did you speak up and say we should do something different?
I tried, but everyone kept talking over me, so I started shouting and I left. Again, I am sorry for snapping.
I don't think necessarily that you really made a concerted effort to make us do something different to the sort of group consensus. If you should speak up.
You're now outside, Buxy Bear. As you're walking and talking.
Yeah.
So, assuming you're just walking and talking and
Yes,
not
we are.
hiring a cab to go to another country or something across the world, you follow the directions. They're very clear. The shipwreck is there. You turn left. You start walking towards the plainlands, and eventually, as the dwarf had said, you see a few makeshift buildings ahead of you. As you get closer, you can see that there is a dip ahead just beyond the buildings, a very large one, where the quarry would start.
As we approach, can I see a foreman or?
There is only two of them. It's gentle comedy before night. Sam had a laugh at it. There are, what was that?
But I didn't hit the mirror.
Hannah has two throws. Full force or halfway across the table.
It
Nothing in
wasn't
between.
full force, it was just at the flick of the wrist.
It almost
Too many
landed in my
beans.
teeth.
Way too many beans.
But
No,
it
me
didn't.
It did.
There are a few people there. Who's in charge? You're unsure.
Okay.
You're a couple 100 feet away.
Walk in, knowing that we look a bit unnerving here. Hello? Hello?
Evening. You all right? someone comes towards you, they've got their tunics are that of a Tory, but they are grubby, dirty, the sleeves are cut off, they're shorter so they don't get snagged on stuff. Just wearing a bit like a rope belt just to keep themselves knocked from getting snagged on stuff. And it is typical of a quarry. There are people moving rock around. The marble that they seem to be pulling from it is in chunks that is really bright. And they're just wheelbarrowing it around. There's no magic that seems to be involved here. Everyone seems to be doing everything by hand.
I spoke to a dwarf in Buxy Bay,
Oh, no, know him well.
the healer of sorts,
Oh, okay.
and he suggested that as I'm quite proficient with healing skills, I come here and offer my services for injuries for a price.
That's actually brilliant. We get them all the time, like small cave-ins and such. It's not a great quarry, but there's a decent price if we can get all the marble out of here. So, yeah, how long can you stick around for?
Trying to think how long. I can stay around.
Night shift will be finishing just before dawn. Can you do a shift?
I can do a shift.
Who's this?
This
Are you
is
another
my
healer?
I am not.
friend and bodyguard.
Friend. Oh, nice. He's all right. And bodyguard.
Yeah. The road between Buxy Bay and here, you know, you've got to be careful.
Ah,
Sitting
yeah.
there.
So, well, that's fair.
Still
that's
with
fair.
blood splattered across my leg. Like,
I'm
you've
not.
got to be careful.
I'm not paying for him bodyguarding. No.
No, you're not.
I do this because we are friends.
It really, it was just.
As long as it's free,
and a walk.
do what you want. Oh, nice. Let's go. Right. Well, what is it? What do you have? Like some bandages and ointments and stuff? Do you need a bench, a table? Are you able to come down into the mines? Sometimes we need to drag them out if they've got like broken legs and stuff. I'm in this kick off and scream and that, but
Honestly, all of the above.
Jesus Christ, this is a brutal mining operation.
I was going to say, I think you need to have safety standards. Like, this is
Half a
shocking.
Buxy Bay have died last week.
I break a leg out, you go, mate, get it wrapped up.
I can do any of the above.
Is it preference? Are you okay in
There's
small
smaller
spaces?
injuries, I'll use bandages and such like.
I am.
Oh.
Bench.
Are you? You don't look experienced in small spaces.
He's dwarf, my friend.
It's a joke. He ain't laughing.
Neither is, to be honest.
We know.
Okay.
You can't laugh.
Is this going to be a continual
Yeah.
discipline
Day four,
between
baby.
the two of you? Because that's going to get very boring very quickly.
As what?
What?
No, just. Can you mine?
No.
Oh, you're not earning out, are you? Well, are you paying him? Oh, you're just doing it because you're friends?
Yeah.
Sounds profitable. Right, well, we've got a crack on. If anyone screams, I'll give you a shout.
Thank you.
You know what scream sounds like?
Yes.
All manner of scream, because I don't want you running in there if someone's just themselves a little bit. Or if they're just enjoying a moment by themselves. This is it now for 5 years. Even if we play a new campaign or new characters, I
I'll
will bully you
put myself up against
until I die.
a wall and sit down.
Okay,
Right.
cool. Can you give me, what's your casting wisdom in it? Give me a wisdom check with advantage because you brought a friend.
Because I put friend. I knew it was a good idea. Show him my wisdom.
Flash him some wisdom.
Okay. With advantage was probably a good thing. Oh, it's a check, isn't it? Aha. 15,
I don't know what's going on.
20.
19?
If it had been a saving throw, I could be used guidance.
Oh, I see. Cool.
I'm keeping a D4 out, like, so I
Well,
can
keep-
remember and look at it.
Right, so you will spend the evening at this quarry outside of Buxy Bay. They just happen to have a cave in during the night. Lucky you. I hate Dice. Dice is a lovely character. I hate Dice.
That's an amazing character.
And you are needed. Bjorn is needed, hence the advantage. And he will help shift some of the rubble around. And it's a pretty brutal one. And they are brought out to you. Some you have to go in, they get them to the entrance. And it's a bit of an ordeal. It lasts a good hour or so, this little rescue mission for these 3 miners that got caught in the cave-in. But by the time you've healed them all up and the morning comes, You've earned yourself 130 silver.
130 silver. Very nice, thank you. And save some lives in the process, which makes a change.
That's why you got the bigger payout. Is one was on Death's Door.
Perfect. I'll say goodbye to them all.
What's your strength?
Hmm?
Your strength? Because yours is like 14 in it, Fairs.
Yeah.
What's yours?
11.
All right. So yeah. So they are. This isn't deliberate an attack, all right?
I
Just
don't-
going on the stats of D&D. As you're helping them and Bjorn is, you know, they're miners, so they're quite sturdy and they're strong, shifting stuff about, and you see Bjorn kind of fitting well with them in that sort of, when they're moving the rocks and workload. What you notice, Bjorn, is when FaZe is helping shift rocks and stuff, there's a bit of a fling to it as she is shifting these rocks. Not any great speed compared to everyone else, just far easier. Like, and for her slender form, she's, yeah. And they throw a bit extra in because some of them are super impressed with it, others are looking at themselves. But you 130 silver, and odds or evens.
Evens.
The young miner, she gives you a small orange gemstone as a thank you for saving her life, as she was the one that was going to die. It's the one you actually had to use magic on, because she was a.
You don't have to give me that.
I do. Please take it, please. It's only worth a few gold. I found it in one of our other jobs further north. Hopefully I'll find more. But thank you.
And dear God, get some better safety standards. I don't know, get a foreman, get
Get-
someone down here, like,
Health and
Eddie, I need
safety
you to
down
write me
here.
some safety standards.
HR, come on.
yeah, get a HR around. Like, this is shocking.
Unionise.
We
This
did,
is
but they died in the last.
Thank you. And I'll put it like
The pay's good for the danger. As in, there's no fucking safety. Morning arrives. Make your way back.
yeah, make my way back.
And now we are all on the same timeline.
And I will, when I get back to Telios, I'm just gonna sleep and try and get like 6 hours in somewhere.
Go. You go. We'll say all wibbly wobbliness. You all wake. It's now morning. You're back up at the Ectelios.
Yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to do on my way out. Just a little, I wanted to look out for,
It's all right.
as things start to like, open up and shops and stalls and whatever as I'm walking out. I wanted
Bugsy
to.
Bay never sleeps, baby. It's like New
It's
York.
the night market.
Is it New York? City that never sleeps, New York. Yeah. It's better than New York because it's in New York.
I want to see if there's anyone selling like any. How to word it? I'm looking for some really thin strips of bamboo, like like needle kind of sharp.
Give me an investigation
Such a
check.
weirdly specific thing, I love it.
Investigation.
Yeah, right.
It's going under your nails.
Just taking a
mate.
bit. Acupuncture.
Just so you know, Bjorn does feel better.
18.
All right. So, is it acupuncture type stuff you're looking for?
Skin piercing, but not acupuncture.
Okay. Oh, all right, we can get down with that. So, being in Bugsy Bay, hang on, Loof. You do see a few quite quickly. Looking for that specifically, and you do see it's like a crooked horseshoe shape of shacks, and there are long benches and long tables, and there's people laid on them, and they're using very thin pointed strips of bamboo and small little hammers and such, and they are doing skin piercings and tattooing and stuff like this of a more natural nature rather than an arcane glyph to the chest.
Yeah. I will approach and ask, do you have any of this equipment for sale? I'm looking for a few strips of bamboo, sharp, and some ink.
The lizard folk that's there with their tails being kind of, like when they snip a Rottweiler and you want to kill the person that did it. This has happened to this lizard folk. Their scales are covered in beautiful seashells and dolphins and all manner of sea life, and like there's a coral, like you get the Maori tattoos. This is done in coral, like over the shoulder and comes across the chest. Their natural scale colour seems to be quite a dulled grey. But then the coloration on top of it is as if destiny gave them the perfect canvas. Turns to you. There's nothing on the face though. Yeah, we sell them. Give me a moment. Poor halflings like that. Halfway. I put some ice on it, Birry. Goes over. There's a gnome wrapped in cling film for reasons.
Just a head.
Yeah. It's either going in oven or it's had a big toe. And they bring back a selection of stuff. Are you an artist?
No, but my friend is. I would look for like an emerald green, coloured ink and some strips.
Oh yeah, and starts looking around and stuff like that. Got a couple of inks. There's a couple of shades of the green. This one's emerald. You don't know. We'll find out, won't we?
Without character, leave me
There's
alone.
texter.
Don't bully me.
There's an emerald ink. There's a jade ink. There's an ivy green ink. There's a few inks. For shading, take the lot. Advisory. It's up to you if you buy it. Here's the strips and stuff. This should get you. I mean, how big are we looking here?
Palm size. I'll hold up a hand for first to his hand. That's probably a lot bigger. But kind of like, yeah.
You're a bit of a lass.
Yeah.
So put your hand to theirs. There is a decent. Give it maybe a millimetre. You're bigger, obviously. All right, yeah. Gives you some strips. Fills the inks a bit more because they were very small. Quill bottles, ink bottles. They're full of feathers.
How much for all of this? She's like feeling her purse.
Most of my starter sets I put out for 2 gold. You've got some extra ink. Throw in a couple of silver. So 2 gold, 3 silver.
I've got. She'll hand over 2 gold and 4 silver because that's the amount of silver that I have. So.
If you had 50 gold, would you hand that over?
Well, no, but I'd just get rid of the change. I don't like these
Just
unround
contactless.
numbers.
I'd never carry cash.
I like the silver's changed to us.
All right.
Some people. You know what I mean?
I'm excited.
Well, thank you. I'll put it in the tip jar.
Ryan's
Thank
excited
you.
about the 70
She'll
cent
take a
gold.
little.
And you have
Wrap of things.
an emerald ink, a jade ink, and an ivy ink,
Um,
and the tools to perform 1 tattoo.
I will carry on up to the guild.
Well, there's enough ink to do 1 tattoo.
Yeah. Carry
So
on.
make a note that you've got tattoo tools
Mhm.
and enough ink to do a palm-sized tattoo.
Yeah.
If you want to do more tattoos, you need to buy more ink.
Yeah.
And then up to Ectelios?
Yeah.
Cool. You're all in Ectelios?
Am I awake?
Yes. And rested.
You get an awoken.
Everyone's long rested.
You get awoken.
Everyone's levelled up. Everyone's
It's
an
the morning.
Ectelio. You get woken up. Go, sorry.
You get awoken by a Raya just like leaning over you, like this far from your face.
Guiding bolt.
And she just goes, I made money, and just tips out 77 silver across your face.
Ping, 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 ping.
So
Getting
some of it
stuck
goes
in- lodged in
ting 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 ting.
Raya, it's so nice to see you. So,
She's
It's
hovering
your
like
money.
with her wings, like just really, really low,
But-
flying above her.
But the group needs it. And then she just flies out as she's like drone crafting more flowers.
She's found a new hobby.
Screaming
Gather up
funeral
the
flowers above
77
it already.
silver. I'm carrying so much just in silver. Specifically in silver. I'm like,
I'm gonna take that to a bank.
but yesterday, I had nothing. Today is better.
Raya's trying to build up an immunity to it. Just rubbing it on herself. I know it's in a basket.
I
Goes to sleep with a 5p on her forehead.
I'll get up and
Wakes up with the bird of a
wander downstairs and see if I can see you. Because he had something to tell me.
Yeah.
Well, there was a message.
He's not there in the morning, but he wasn't there yesterday morning either.
It's true, I don't think he's in morning.
Bit of a late sleeper is our view.
I'm morning man.
But looking for you, you do see all your other companions. Assuming Veloce is considered a companion.
Farriers spend the evening painting and first thing in the morning straight back to the painting. So in corner with everything.
Give me a performance check, or A dex check, your choice. I need to go get my water out of the car soon because I can't just keep drinking pop.
Just fill up one of the bottles you had yesterday.
I don't know what I was wanting.
If you've got one there, I'll just go and fill it up for you.
You are a legend.
Millie.
That was my name.
Millie.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a glass of water as well. Yes, you can have a glass of water as well.
Could you please grab my water that I...
We all need to drink water.
that I did
So,
on
sorry,
my left
sorry, Amy. Rich, you want to get one on there? Yeah?
I'm good, mate. I got it.
I got myself water, but I'm stupid and I left it in my...
We drank nothing but Fanta for 4 days.
It's in the big...
And it only came yesterday.
cup.
You've had nothing
Do you know what? I think
for 4
think I got it.
stinking days.
To be fair, I think I might actually add like a redeem point
Sorry.
for
I'm
us
with
to
you. I'm
hydrate
with you.
on the channel, just for the next 2 days. That if you donate like 1,000 channel points,
We all have to down a pint of water.
No, you drink?
And then I open
Opening
it.
another
I'm thirsty, alright?
I just said hydrate. I didn't say hydrate of what. I would, but I can't. Apparently, I'm not that much of a moderator.
I feel like everyone in the class either fancies me or is telling me they fancy my mate.
I won't mind that. I've put a little extra. I've put an arrow, but this is a kiss.
Hello?
I'm not. You're not going to get ready.
Not after you can use the CR.
CR8. Turn it into a wolf. What could
I
it
don't
be?
know if you can see that.
I'll have a look in a sec. I'm logged in.
Yeah.
I just want Boobs McGee to read it.
Read what?
Nothing.
Oh, cool.
Don't want you to read it. Read what?
I know. I didn't hear the don't. It's alright.
You never do.
I'm not reading nothing. I can't read.
Never do.
Do we not read
Ever
this?
dark arch
I
nemesis.
can't read.
Ever dark. This
Never
is
light.
never. Yeah, never
Never
light.
light.
Ray
Never
can't read.
darken his brother.
There's. Oh, I've just nicked that. I've just renamed something in my world. Thank you. Literally, just renamed it. It's a far better name. But when you meet him, it makes sense. Just you, Ed. No one else. Right, you lot are there. You can carry on
14.
for
The project.
performance. Okay, it's pretty good. I have a lot of pink dice and then some random teal. Is that teal? What colour is that?
It's like a tealish.
I can't
Not
read
quite
things.
turquoise.
No.
I was like, can anyone see his dice? Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Very pretty.
Yeah, you actually
Are
have a
you-
lot more pastels than I anticipated.
What, these?
Yeah.
The matte feel. Yeah, so Bardic Inspiration, they get a lot of matte dice in for me. I mean, for the customers.
I ordered those. Is that the rose? The rose
No.
ones? Oh, right.
I
ordered the
don't
rose
know.
ones.
I get them off Bardic Inspiration.
Do you know
That's
what?
the
And
ones I ordered last night.
I
are the rose
love,
ones.
absolutely love the feel of them.
The ones that I actually need to order, and I
I
don't
just
know,
love the feel.
and I don't know.
It was a 5 on a D6.
Told you, Lord did that.
Keep
Bardic
it,
Inspiration.
keep it.
Oh, is Mel here? Yeah.
No, I
No,
don't
Mel will
think
be
so.
working, I think. So.
Yeah. Because I need to see if they still have the Artarian dice. 'cause I keep
Arctic,
meaning
if you
to
are
buy
running listening, can you make me some actually loaded dice?
Yeah, so that way I don't feel bad when I cheat.
So every now and then. I
Thank
can
you.
roll okay.
I was like, come on now. What was that?
Oh,
Oh,
is that for me? Oh, thank you. I should go watch.
if I put a cherry on my head, I can just like boob double for you. Not saying you've got hairy boobs, right?
Rich give you your water.
He did, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Imagine working. Couldn't be me.
That's
Yes, Sparky, the fact that you're replying on the stream means you're not working. Thank you for the minis. Right, you're all there. Sectarios, blah, 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 morning time. You've done a wonderful job at doing... Is it just calligraphy and stuff you're doing? Or are you doing
I'm
anything?
painting green dragons, and every now and then, if Felicia's still staring, I'll ask her for his opinion. Like, should I put
Are you doing
writing? Should I,
science?
On the third page.
does it look like Remy? Should I do writing? I'm planning on possibly selling them alongside your shirt?
Nice. Yeah.
Is the dock just called Velk?
It says FAO.
Oh, the dock's called FAO.
Yeah.
For your attention, what am I?
It's
Jesus.
like, you were in it earlier. No, you were there.
There we go, I've got it.
Well, have you like
I could put you on something.
yes.
A
Yes.
bluish dancing monkey and the big dragon.
And yourself.
And myself. I'm in it. Yeah. So yeah, painting green dragons, pink dragonborn, and the dancing monkey.
We could be like a troop.
Pronounced trap.
Great experience of dancing troops so far in this.
The dog's called.
I am painting merchandise posters.
Oh my god. Really are going all in on the earning coin today, kids, aren't we?
We really need some coin.
Yeah, we
It
are
kind
so
of relies
poor.
on money.
Yeah, Coney Island style
I disagree.
shirt posters of dragons and monkeys and pink dragonborn.
Alexander.
What are we going to call the show? Do we want it to just have a green dragon or more dragons? The green dragon would be too obvious.
Yeah,
Do we want more? I think we want more.
more dragons are better, and the kids seem to stare at me a bit, so they might want posters of cute ones, pink and purple.
All sorts of dragons.
There are no rainbows in Colossus.
Yet.
Until we have another pit fight.
Of all different colours that represent different aspects of a thing.
I like that. Let's do it.
Yes.
Alexander walks in. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alexander.
Good morning. I've started copying that of you. I do this. You do it a lot. I had to ask myself, why do I keep doing that? And then when I watch you and I watch back the streams and stuff, I'm like, I'm mimicking him. But I won't be doing voices.
Is Sectalio ready for us?
He's died in the night.
What?
What?
It's happened more than once, don't worry.
Oh.
Sorry?
So yes?
Yes, but normally around noon he comes back when the sun's at its highest point. The first time it happened I was very animated, but it's happened at least 3 or 4 times.
He's died.
Currently yes, but it's not as one would expect of a soldier on the front line of a battle or an elderly person of age. It feels very stasis-esque, but the clerics have said when checked he comes or feels as if death has taken him, but he returns every time.
If we get a chance, I'd really like to talk to you in your office for a moment, if that's possible.
Yes, does anyone need my attention right now? To my orifice, let's go. Oh, sorry, mate.
I will follow.
Opens the door for you both to walk in.
Rare of you all just following me everywhere now.
I gotta keep asking Rhea, even though she keeps telling me wherever Faze goes, but every time I ask her, she's gone, I'll go fly over there.
No?
See, you can't just
Well, no,
throwing me off.
the last time I was around, I was selling funeral flowers.
That is
Now it's
fair.
the next day.
To be fair, Rhea's just like, oh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. And so I then go into my room, dump all the silver and go, cool, and go and sell more flowers.
Did Rhea leave before the dragon?
No.
No, we
So you
were.
do know the dragon appeared.
Because
Yeah.
she was.
So you know it
she
appeared,
went
you just
She knows it
you've
appeared, she
got
doesn't
how
know
it
what happened
ended.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
I know that I took it out,
Oh
And
yeah,
then
you got the
she
kill
went-
shot, yeah.
but then she went, I'll go outside then.
So you don't know.
After I
it's
gave
still
her a
on,
look.
I don't know
Yeah.
what happened after that, correct?
You do realise, you do
Funeral
know that
flowers.
Althea's walking around like this.
Dressed in green,
And
head to toe.
every now and then you just hear her go, I got a dragon, I got a dragon. in the office. It is akin to the lands of Savai, fairly close to Lyconia, as you are both in there, so he's made it his office rather than the guest. You sit down on logs that have been apparently placed. They're very comfortable. How can I help?
I don't know if you can.
I'm running out of coin.
I know there's an awful lot going on at the moment.
Yes.
You looked genuinely surprised when Leonidas was talking about the stories and what was going on with the stories. Like you didn't expect him to know, well, anything.
Well, Ectelio's not been very communicative since he got ill, so it's hard to get any real information. Knowing of Ectelio's past, I guessed it was something linked to his nature. I'm unsure how Leonidas is in so much of the know.
That's part of the story, right?
I asked Ectelio how long Leonidas was here when I came to the guild, and all I can get out of him is he is important to Ectelio. They have been lifelong acquaintances, but again, Ectelio, it's hard to translate the information he's trying to pass through to me. I'm hoping when he comes around this date, we have a brief moment where we can all speak to him slowly.
There's something I can do. It's a newly acquired skill.
As of dawn this morning.
Where I can
Summon hounds.
summon hounds, yes. No, where I can look more deeply into the lore surrounding an individual, a place, something like that.
Every DM's nightmare.
Yeah, I know. Now I've got a couple of options of things if I can get together enough money to buy the components for it, because it is a horrendously expensive spell. I could look into, I could look into Penglai.
When you say look into,
So it's a spell that essentially tells me some of the mythology surrounding that individual, that place, the stories about them,
okay.
which, based on the current issue with the stories and how I think it might be linked to what's going on with Penglai and Everdark, it all comes together, maybe.
Everdark.
Even if I can get the money together to do the spell, I don't know what to choose, what to look into. Do I look into Ectelio? Do I look into Penglai? Because I'm learning a lot about Penglai as it is. Do I look into Bahamut specifically? Do I look into Vel? Because there's something weird going on with him.
Maybe him and Leo should go for a pint.
That would be a very quiet point. On Vel's part, not on Leo's part.
I reckon I could bring. If I go for a drink with Velosh.
Velosh is a very different being. That's what I mean. Vel's fascinating.
Get stabbed.
In his own right, because Velk himself doesn't really talk, but when he's one of the characters in the story, like Velush or like Kytrell, or who was an arsehole, by the way.
Who?
Kytrell.
Cottrell. I've never met Cottrell.
No, you wouldn't. But that's what I mean. Velk seems to have various characters that show up in the story, but what he's writing isn't working. That's probably linked to the same thing as Ectelio, and it's better to look at the root of it. Yeah?
Sorry, characters, stories, many different verses, subjects. Leonidas.
Yes.
Leonidas, what?
Ectelio has known Leonidas for a very long time. As Ectelio gets iller, Leonidas becomes more stressed, knows more about this, perhaps. Leonidas is a verse in Ectelio's song.
Maybe.
Something along those lines, yeah. It would make perfect sense. But
I'm sorry, I'm getting there later than everyone else.
Elk's not here to help.
He's waiting for Velk to
Beyond
go beyond.
I don't know.
I'm trying to channel Velk.
Elk's so proud.
Somewhere Velk just smiles for no reason.
Elk is constantly
so normal
smiling.
then.
Yeah.
So the cost of this spell is so great that it's really really something I can do once.
What is the cost?
It's 250 golds worth of incense and 4 lots of ivory worth 50 gold each. Unless you have a dealer for either of those things, we can get them cheaper.
What's an ivy dealer?
Ivory.
Ivory. It's because I could pull the trees from it. Ivory.
Or you know, if someone provides incense to the guild or something where you can get it cheaper.
There's a few elephants. Joke.
Glad you did that.
I love elephants.
There's Loxton on both sides outside.
There's a Loxton that dark.
But
There's a 7-year-old Loxodon.
I assume I can probably buy these things in Buxy Bay because you can get most
Incense, yes. I mean, especially at the night time, a lot of people like incense.
Night market.
Shauna might have ivory because she may use it for handles.
The
She may
blacksmith?
use it- Sure.
Oh, yeah, she might have ivory. Yeah.
It's used
Do
quite
you want
a lot
me-
in
do you want
filigree
me to-
designs and things.
Do you want me to send beyond? Would you be able to go check?
Those might get it cheaper. Sure.
Hey, you chose the childish dungeon master.
I can go and check with Shauna.
Would that be okay? I know you get on quite well.
My
We have
partner
not
in crime.
really said anything to each other,
As long as you say it's for me, I think it would probably.
Oh, you have a good relationship with Shauna.
Quite a close one.
It's good merchantry and trade. It's always good to have a good.
Blacksmith hand.
Yes.
10 to 2.
Yeah?
Kids don't understand.
Before I go,
The face might give it away.
for the reason I wanted to talk to you, after we speak to Octavio,
Yes.
have a better idea of what is going on. I need to get Valdis back to Buckamere.
I do. I have had info come through from Estelle. She reached out to me to let me know you were maybe travelling to Lento. Now, I know you spoke about it yesterday, and I caught Estelle up. I didn't mention our friend Remy. It goes without saying, neither can you. Remy needs to be the world's greatest secret at this moment in time.
My eye is gonna twitch. I know.
And his other eye's like one of them.
Perhaps not traveling to Lento anymore. We're going to Fora, are we not?
Again, so yes, I can get you to Wetreso, which
The
is a military
military
town.
town.
Yes.
Because I need to get Valdis back to Buckamere. If we all travel.
Valdis, your sister.
Yes.
Sister-in-law.
Tomorrow,
Apologies.
I can take us all to Buckamere, to Foxhaven,
Why am I going to?
so that you can then take us to the military town.
Okay.
If that is okay with you.
Just want to sing songs. You know what I mean?
Just for economy of movement.
Economy, yes. Usually, you know, a system involved, coin and such. Looking at his purse. His
I'm
credit
gonna look
card's
at the amount
been.
of people currently in the bar, even at this time of the morning, and be like,
It's Ectelio's bar, okay?
At least then, you will
Runs.
have at least one,
It does sound efficient,
but you will then have at least one location.
and I do need you
Back
still
on
on
you will
this.
be
Seems to be always someone
that
that
you
can
can
travel.
perhaps use to travel again.
I can get around and I'm on board with the plan.
I will go and see Shauna.
I
for
do
you.
need. I'm not saying you aren't committed, but where we are right now, I've got no one else to lean towards. So I'm going to be wanting you to do things. Before it was request and curiosity.
we have been doing our best the whole time. It's not.
No, this is on me. I'm going to be leaning on you
We want to
because
do
I
business.
can't do these things that you can.
Help me obtain some incense.
I do not want to fight Everdark or whatever that thing was that
Thank you.
came with him. Exactly why I will lean on you. I don't want to fight dragons. I don't want to fight white wyverns. I run Ectelio's guild. People come for you all the time wanting to go questing and create stories of their own. Easy enough. I'm not asking you to quest for a story I can sing about. I'm asking you to help me save Vittoria and my friend Ectelio and keep a dragon secret
Would have done it
and
without
keep
you asking.
Everdark away.
All the stories.
I just wanted you to know before you start getting a lot of messages from me. Estelle has sent me a key. It is a verbal key on only one part of it. Once we have, I believe there's a show on at noon that your friends are putting on. So the many people tell me. So we
Might
will.
make up some of the money we've taken off you.
So we can attend the show. We can try speak with Victelio. We can return your sister to her home. I will take you to a tresor. I will give you the key. And we can go from there.
Where's the other half of the key?
There are
What's the key
6
to?
other parts of the key. It is verbal. It is Estelle said it is a magical riddle that somebody will need to work out to get to the next part. I hate riddles. But
What does this do?
the door it opens. Let me just pull out my parchment and use my scrolling finger of badness.
Scrolling finger of badness.
Yes, it is. Shauna has 2 of them.
That's gonna be right.
He stares ahead, and in Estelle's voice you hear, "The more that is here, the less you will see." Which is pretty much Alexander's voice, but with a slight. And then he kind of shakes his head.
Darkness? Mist?
Something like that. Trees, like
She said, "Say it before the door, and the other 6 keys will, or in turn, present themselves. But the key is to a crypt." This is what I was saying before when I said I've received information.
Where is the crypt?
It is on the western side, where there is, when the war was fought, the retreating war, way back before we were born, there was a lot more of Atoria linked to the old ways, including that of the 7. They put up a great tomb, as everyone does in a fantasy world. And within this tomb, there was respects paid to the 7, the Agassier. Estelle believes it's worth looking into the tomb. Because if they are buried there, which I don't believe they are, but Estelle does believe they are, hence me leaning on yourselves. I'm not going in no tomb.
some of them can't be buried there. But some of them might be. I mean, we don't know what happened to Bahamut, right?
It was apparently Bahamut's place of rest when not being the champion of Atoria.
So less a tomb, more a
And is this
house.
A caved-in house, I hope.
near Thora?
Not near, but it's on the western side, and you're going. So where Tresor is the first of our military cities, and the fortress further down before you get into a completely militarized zone on the western side. You know about this, Althea, just when it gets brought up. The entire western side, on that side of the mountains, is just Atorian military, all up from south, all the way up the north, because of the after effects. Whatever used to be the Empire beyond the western borders is now an horrific, fey creatures, fiendish creatures, elemental creatures, all the stories you can just constantly at threat. Some attack, some don't, but it is the entire western side.
It's a constant battleground.
Yeah. If 300 was was a 2-hour movie instead of an hour and a half.
Would it be better to go straight there instead of speaking with Megalo first, or is it sort of on the way, go through Fora and then keep going west?
So if you were to look at the map, you're going here, we're currently over here. You'll go here, and you see these fingers?
Yes.
All of that is horrible, horrifying, which is why all our military stays on this border. You will be here. If Estelle is right, Bahamut's resting place, or his old house, is around here somewhere.
So just inside that.
So in the, if you, it is definitely within the military zone, not the danger zone.
Good.
Danger.
All right. So it does make sense almost to go to Fora and then go up through the military.
Yes, if you are travelling on foot, you'd be going. You can just go that way.
Sort of hoping
Um,
for
Does
I can whilst you do whatever you're doing for the morning and such. There's a map right there.
I will go to.
Cool.
I don't know where the monkey came from.
Oh, sorry, it's forwards.
Yeah.
See if you can get.
I will go to Sean first.
Thank you. See if you can get Ivory. Tell her
We
I'll,
don't have to have a conversation. It's fine.
We do.
No.
We do. Method or nothing.
tell her I'll pay her back somehow. I just don't know how yet.
You do. Coming over like that was the worst lie ever.
She will
Come,
know
tell
how
her
we-
I'll, you know,
she will know
I'll
how
buy
we
a
someone else.
sword off her later.
Beyond knows. It's fine. I didn't need to be
Beyond
more
don't have a
specific.
He's a baby.
You're just punched a wall.
I hope you're going to fix that. So you're going to go to Shauna.
Yeah.
I will see if there is any closer way, by magical means, to get you to where Estelle believes this home to be of Bahamut.
I'll try and find 250 golds worth of incense.
Give me a persuasion check.
These are hot tips.
Guidance.
Huh?
No,
I got it.
I know it.
Oh.
I know.
Persuasion. Like 12.
No,
Oh, thanks, Sparky.
Yeah, apart from the TPK thing.
Oh,
Here
none of
is
that.
100 gold coins. And it reaches from behind the log, which you imagine when the illusion's not there as a desk, and gives you a small pouch. There should be 100 gold coins in it. I cannot pay for all of it, but at least this should help towards it. Please spend it on the incense, not day rations. I can give you them for free.
Wait.
100 goals worth of rations. What?
We've got a bar. We've got a kitchen over there.
Have a whole convoy of rations.
I've only,
Kitchen patch. I just buy Asda.
I've only just noticed as well the amazing thing Tom has done is made everything a bit more even on the Just Giving page. So all of the charities are earning like effectively the same
Yeah.
amount of money, like 300 quid each kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well,
He's done a
one's-
fantastic job.
One's 335, one's 285. So there's still a bit of
290.
one's still, but there was
So,
one that was
Tom,
on like
I was
60.
about to praise you, but Rich lied. He set you up there, mate. Yeah.
It's getting there. It was like 335, 70.
70,
60.
yeah.
Is it at
When I've
1,000?
done,
Are
when
we
I've
at
donated,
1,000?
I've been trying to even them up a bit.
Not yet. We are only £90 off 1,000.
£90 off.
Thank you, Sparky, for the last time.
Honestly, blown away. Tom, all right, I give in. You can play in the next game, mate. All right, you win. All right.
Just today, I
Just impatient. You just have to wait till Friday.
Updating the prizes list right now. So we
Thank
can
you.
have to
Stick
stick
to my weird Halloween
I
one.
just can't remember if we have all of them.
I haven't told you about it yet.
I'm a note to self. Shauna, what are you doing, Faze?
Right,
I'm going to see if Alexander's going to see if he can get you closer, or find out a way to get you closer to Bahumit's house.
Cool. I'm going to go and think what I want to look into and wait and see if Hugh shows up and sit in the bar area. And see if I can spot Raya, because I haven't seen her for a while.
What are you doing, right?
Money. What am I doing? I'm selling flowers.
Just
so
a-
everyone thinks. No,
Yeah, but I need to know.
I'm.
You don't need to understand
You
this.
can't be cryptic.
But I'm going to be.
How many
selling
points you got?
flowers.
A few? No.
I'm going.
Whatever
to,
you, don't worry.
yeah.
I'm going to be using the selling of flowers as a guise to look for the assassin.
The assassin, in case he just pops up in the guild.
Never know if he's going to be around.
Okay, give me a
in the
perception check.
marketplace or something.
Are you in? Where are you looking? Because Buxy Bay is a town.
I am going to be in the main market square.
Oh, so you leave the guild house and at the main
Leave
market
the guild
square.
house.
Then yes, he's gonna be there because you're on your own away forever.
Hey, he's not come for me yet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful word. It's actually a homebrew class in there.
You can try. It's the subclass.
What feat are you taking at this level? Yeah.
We've got a paladin, a barbarian, and a yeti.
A dirty 20.
Ooh. Just gonna make a note of that. This will be the one time the little whammer rolls on that one.
So he is about.
In Buxy Bay somewhere, maybe. On the other, it's Buxy Bay Fury, mate. It's just spelt differently. It's got an accent above the K.
Everywhere's flat caps.
He's invisible except the flat cap.
Did he get a nat 1?
No, I've not rolled for him yet.
Okay.
He's in 4, so don't worry about it.
Waiting for you.
Just
Oh
aiming
God, I
at
will
the game.
take him down.
So we're in 4. Boom!
I love how I mentioned maybe there is some kind of cloaking you can get for the scrying thing and just not followed it up.
Oh. I haven't looked up the items.
Maybe there'll be something.
Oh, I wonder if Raya can now scry.
What are you doing, Bruce?
All just jeering the crowd for the performance.
I just couldn't go on.
Yeah.
Give me a perform. Are you on your own?
Well, yeah, you'll be painting stuff on you, so yeah. 19.
Yeah, but-
what is it?
Are you working the town or the guild hall?
Probably the town. 'cause if-
Alright. Are you painting the town red?
I
Or
am
emerald
spending
green.
as long as possible actually sat in the corner of the guild hall painting, making
So do it with advantage, please.
stacks and stacks.
So, what was it? Performance.
Performance, yeah.
32.
Just thinks.
Veloce, yeah. They say we're 31. Roll a D100.
You need that crit later.
I tried to use that last time and just kept giving me 69, which is
Yay!
Nice.
that's it. Yeah, I always get confused between the 12 and the
That's 10.
10. So 10. 10?
What have you rolled? What's the numbers?
100.
Yeah, 100.
10 and 0.
Yeah, 10 and 0, 100.
Is that right? Yeah, 100.
Significantly higher than 10.
I honestly, the 100s confuse me.
It's the only one you can, if you roll
If we
100
got a
on the
wall,
2 dice, it's
fucked.
confusing. Anything else is fine.
Yeah,
honestly,
It's like 24.
I mean,
very good at
in
what
trouble.
I do. Rolling the 100s isn't.
It's not my job, right? I don't need to.
I think that counts as a crit.
Yeah, critically, it's 100% chance. Yeah. 100% cert.
I mean, it's 1 in 100, but yeah. Right, I made a note.
You're rolling for the odds.
It's not that impressive. Could have rolled a 7 for the exact
Well,
same
then
odds.
it's 1 in 7. That's great.
We need that crit later.
You're doing that, you're painting. What are you doing, Althea?
Walk into the guild.
I needed words alongside of that.
That's what I'm doing.
Honestly, I'll play more.
Walking into the guild house.
This is
seeing
the first time I'll use it properly.
seeing Etheria painting. I'm gonna go up to her and just sit with her and just watch her painting and painting the dragon. And
Okay.
just being like, that's good. That's nice. That's good. It's an encouragement. I am proficient in performance and things like that. If you need any help with this.
It's really good at sand work.
Have you painted?
No, it's more the gladiator performing. I'm good at, but I've seen a lot of this kind of thing was
Painting
done.
in blood.
Like the fair.
I'm trying to make merch, I'm not sure blood will. It might sell, there's some strange people out there.
I'll be-
Boxy Bay.
More like saying
This
like
is how we end up being scried.
when this kind of thing was done for the gladiators of the arena, the posters and the thing, being like, this is what works, this is what sold,
Yeah.
this is what people like,
People really like
People,
the arms out, or the
yeah, really
some
like this
fierce
pose.
dragons
Yeah.
rather than soft
These
dragons,
words
or
work.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Market research.
Market research, R&D.
For some reason, all the dragons have got massive booties.
For some reason.
Sells really well.
Yeah. Don't worry about the rest. Just put a little monkey eating a peach on the booty.
I've got a list of t-shirt
Could eat
designs
a
that I need to
peach
send
for
to
hours,
Friday
that's
from
it.
this week.
Bjorn, you head up to Shauna's. The doors are wide open. The heat is immense. There's no sign of Valdis. Shauna is in there, as she normally is, bare-handed, just working the metal with her hands. Yeah. Sweat dripping down her back slowly.
Shauna.
Bjorn.
Face has a request of you.
I'm all tapped out for today.
I don't think that was the request.
All right.
She's asking if you have any ivory. Perhaps some that you use to make handles for weapons.
Oh, okay, yeah. Give me a D20 roll. Just a flat D20. Or a roundish one. You know.
15.
15? I remember when she starts moving, it's just crap. Just moves it all around.
250s.
There's she did 4 at 50 gold each, was it?
200,
Yeah.
So 200 or 250?
250 was the
for
excess.
50 gold each,
Yeah, yeah.
but I think that's a bit insane. So
On the dust on the table,
What's
you
worth
see
it?
a Viconian book print. You know what I mean? It's a good job I'm not my own friend because that'd kill me. She moves a lot of the stuff and she brings you 2 chunks of ivory. They are not in any shape of horn, maybe the middle part or one of the chunks out of the middle of the sections. I've got these 2.
How much would you say that was worth normally?
Just as is, or maybe 50 odd for this, high 40s for this. Gold,
Yes, of course.
before you reach for your copper, little man. Why are you small?
Of course.
We've all been there.
This comes with some benefits, actually.
Or low doors and stuff.
No.
Smaller clothes.
Smaller clothes. Go
And I-
child
And
section.
I summon the axe.
Couldn't you do that before?
Not with this axe.
It's quite impressive.
It is very powerful.
She does that. Looks good. Looks dwarven. Explains curse. Do you want the ivory?
I would ask if you know where I can get any more.
There's an ivory shop just. There are a few stalls towards the edge of town that are more raw material for those that point their finger at stuff.
I would also ask whether you would be okay with being paid later.
How is they thought we were going to be like, I'd like to ask for your permission to phase his hand in. Paid later?
We currently do not have the funds.
You want me to give you nearly 100 gold's worth of ivory for an IOU?
From ourselves and also Alexander, the guild director.
Ourselves? I'm not into sharing, but
For face.
Alexander. A little bit dehydrated. I'll take the coin from Alexander.
So threat.
I don't look left. There's that.
Bill's
Tell
bungling it.
tell the bard I'll be round later or expecting it. I've got quite a busy day and people keep distracting me, so not you, my own fault. Greedy.
Thank you.
You're very welcome and enjoy being short.
I am so
Hope
far.
it pays out for you. I forget Sean's like 6'4".
Massive teapot.
She's a beast.
She's a yeah,
Self-lodged. No,
she's
self-lodged,
soul scorched.
And I'm gonna go out, follow directions, and see if I can find a stall with the rest of it.
Easily done, like literally on the near the edge. You probably passed them last night with Faze, but they were all shut up shop, and it is quite a dense component, a row of stalls. usually trying to grab people on the way in because they want to tell them the stuff so they can go use their magics around town. And when they've spent it all, they catch them on the way out to get more components before they travel, etc. And there are chunks of rock, gemstones, frog's legs, eye of newt, wing of bat, man of robin.
Any ivory?
Perception check.
21.
Yeah, you look at the ivory in your hand and there are chunks of it. Not as large as this, but enough that if this is worth this and I get all them, it should definitely go over this. That was an abacus moment.
I hope you understand it.
Yeah, just no beads on the abacus.
Money, so this is very fun.
Yeah, Alexander's loving life.
Shopkeep?
Yeah,
There is one.
there is now. You obviously saw him because I didn't.
How much for the ivory then?
Well, if you buy all of it, about 110 gold.
Exactly how much I need?
It's funny how this shit works. I mean, she did guesstimate these.
Would you be willing to take an IOU from Alexander the Guild of Italian?
I would, but who are you?
Today his emissary in this.
Can you prove it?
Did Alexander give us something way back when? To show that we were working for them. When we first met them. like
You all
50 odd
got
sessions
got
ago.
tokens, yeah.
Yeah.
Like basically badges that you can like flash around.
Yeah.
I do what I want. I just
I pull out the token.
I've just assumed that every time you go around
Not doing
town, that's
the
what you're
post-its
doing.
again. Not doing the posters.
Literally the first time I remembered that we had it.
Oh, you've got the
Sword
mouth,
thing.
the token, the great. All right, well as long as I just need Alexander to pay by the end of the day. I can't be waiting. It's 110 gold coins. That's I could probably chill out for the next few days if Alexander pays up on it.
We'll see.
Yes.
What?
Of course.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Yeah, 'cause you just we'll see.
So close to be out the door with a shopping bag, and then the alarm went off. Didn't take the tag off the shoes, mate. I mean,
With disadvantage. 20.
disadvantage 20.
Charisma cast.
I rolled an 18.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled an 18 and a 15.
If you'd have failed, I'd have slapped him. Oh, okay. I thought I heard something, but obviously I was wrong.
Clearing my throat.
See.
That I need to breathe, but
Oh, I'm not going to unpack that. Okay, I'll expect the money. Thank you very much. Chuck it in. That's yours. Ivory components.
The thing that I miss most about not playing online is that I can't hear someone's game.
It is brutal trying to play without
Do you
Sirenscape.
want me to see
The mummies.
who do I play with? Around the market that I'm now in?
Are they still funeral flowers?
They're just flowers in this.
Give me a perception check.
Any advantage? Because, you know,
Making a
dark
spectacle.
face, only one.
Massive town.
Yeah.
You're on the edge. She's in the marketplace.
You're short, can't see over the carrots.
No.
You can't hear her. You can't see her.
See a monkey there, he's making waves in the town.
Literally, it's a tsunami.
Don't waste all your
Control war, baby.
generation.
Took a level up.
On my way back then.
On your way back. Right.
Hi.
Selling your flowers. Roll me a d6.
1.
You make a silver coin.
Nice.
But you're not really concentrating on the selling, so you've missed a few people.
Do you know what? Fair.
As they've come past with money, and you've like, you want flowers? Can you ring my way? I win my way. You don't see the dwarf, but you do see an elf, a young elf, kind of tanned, looks familiar. The last time you see him,
Familiar to the party or to me? Because
You can ask them when they're there. The last time you saw them was Clay Eye, I believe. You taught them for a little bit and they helped you hide out in a cave beneath the town.
Oh! Yeah, I know who this is. Gave him a platinum.
You did. And he's living his best life.
You asking for it back, please?
Best life.
We
He's
need
bought a villa.
I'm afraid.
He's bought a villa in Buxy Bay.
Is it 10 gold?
Hey, it's cheap villa. It's just a chalet. You know? It's got a caravan in.
I know. You gave him the platinum.
He got into investments.
He helped us.
Gave us a gold.
I drop kicked an apple at him, didn't I?
And a place to hide
Yeah.
while you were chewing on rats.
And your own fingers.
Right, seeing as it's just you there, ignore them people. They're not real people. But you do recognise him. He's just walking around the market square. He's got a small basket and he seems to be buying essentially a grocery shop.
I walk up to him.
Not buying the shop, he's doing a shop. He's shopping. Bloody Yorkshire.
I go up to him and go, flowers?
Yeah. And he's looking around to be jumped by a fiery angel of death for the dragon. He gives you a silver coin, takes a blue flower, dark blue obviously, puts it behind his ear.
Fringe with orange.
Fringe with orange, because as it leaves the basket, your little fire friend touches it. Fucking note to self. You're lucky you're getting a silver for them. They're literally crafted, going to die tomorrow. We don't know
I
that.
put effort into
We
it.
don't know that. No effort in cantrips. How have you been? It's been a while.
A lot's happened.
Where's your friends?
I don't know, doing whatever they're doing.
So you got out of Clay Eye, all right then.
Allegedly. For now.
Standing in front. Okay. Ah, this is new. Points to the little fire thing. The little fire thing. There's a little bell.
This is fire.
Hi, fire.
How are you?
Soft comedy. I'm okay. Anyone? You lose anyone, or everyone all right?
All right is a questionable word.
Clay Eye was pretty bad. Like,
Yeah, fingers were consumed, but grew back.
okay.
Yeah, so
So-
we're good.
Were you there when the Neverlight turned up?
Maybe.
Well,
Can't remember.
they cleansed the town.
Beautiful.
It wasn't beautiful. Even the survivors were cleansed.
I don't know what that means, but
Comic bomb.
They went through the town and made sure whatever had happened to the people didn't go any further than the town.
barricade.
Yes. Really efficient barricade.
We love efficiency.
No, I mean, you'd like the Neverlight.
Maybe. Don't know if they'd like me, but
They're
we'll
not.
see. Maybe one day. I don't know. Do you want to buy more flowers?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I've got one.
I gave you a platinum. Buy more flowers.
I had to survive the infestation of Clay Eye and make my way to Buxy Bay and still survive.
And so thus, you should celebrate with flowers.
I have. I've bought a flower.
Flowers. Sir, plural.
Wasn't just one black one.
How many? You weren't there. Shut up. Jesus.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I know. And I'm trying to work that angle. And you're like, it's two. Carry the one.
You're really good at getting information, aren't you?
I'm really good at.
Getting information.
It's not my forte, but I'm good at not being seen, so I can hear people speak.
Fantastic. So we need some information.
Okay, is we and points at you and fire.
We is a collective group of friends. That you also.
Okay, you're talking of Bjorn and others.
Yeah.
I can't remember the rest of their names.
It's fair. Can't remember yours. So anyway,
Woo.
He has a few.
There we go. So we, Althea, seem to have attracted a little bit of attention from a specific person. And we would like to know where they are.
Raya, yes.
Correct.
Do you want to talk about this knot in the market square?
Well, I wasn't going to speak about it fully in the monkey.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There is some
This
attention.
so it flowed better when I spoke to Bjorn. And the pink one. I remember the Etheria.
Yes.
You all approached me in a line.
Yes.
Have you still do that or?
Yeah, we do. Lines are efficient.
He looks behind you. There's no. He doesn't obviously see this lot. I have accommodation temporary, or we can go to somewhere not in the market square.
You should come to Victoria's Guild.
I'm not allowed in Ectelio's guild.
What did you do?
Had an altercation with a very athletic halfling. I just want to live my life. Less said about it, the better.
Cool.
On the advice of Bjorn.
Well, is this where you? Is Baxi Bay where you reside now?
For now. It was Clay Eye, but
Obviously, stuff happened.
yeah.
Cool. So where is it that you are accommodated?
Just points at some housing in Buxy Bay, not far from the market square. One of those, I think the lower floor of. Can't really see the building, but.
Okay. Well, if you would like to tell me where, we can bring some of the party and we can explain what's happened and why we need your assistance.
I'm only there for a few more. Maybe this evening I'll leave, but. And he points towards, and there is a cluster of buildings that look more B&B-esque. The one with the blue door, I'm on the bottom floor. Come in, first room on the right.
Cool. We'll see you there, because I'm not very good at explaining things, as we fully know. So I will bring someone else to come and explain what it is that we need help with. Is that okay with you?
That is.
Probably won't be Bjorn. Is that?
Bjorn, why? Bjorn's okay. Is Bjorn still afflicted? Did the disease?
With what?
Well, whatever was running through Clay Eye, he was a bit
Not
unique.
the Clay Eye stuff. Not afflicted with that anymore.
Some more? Oh, okay. Bring Bjorn.
Bring
I'll speak
Bjorn.
to Bjorn.
That's fine. Okay, bye.
Okay.
And she just leaves to go and find.
He turns, ponders his life choices, and walks off. You go back to the Ectelio's Guild.
I go to find Bjorn, as to which the assumption would be Ectelio's Guild.
You see Bjorn. Are you heading back to the guild?
Yeah.
You literally see Bjorn's back as he just enters through the door.
Ah, stunning.
What a back.
Smaller than it was.
Wider though. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Dorito. Sorry, carry on.
Bjorn,
Raya?
do you remember that elf that helped us escape and hide from Clay Eye and stuff like that? And I gave him some coins, and you all got really annoyed at me for no reason.
Well, there was reason. But it's fine.
It's fine. I can count now.
The one who showed us the smuggler's cave. under the water.
Yes. So they're in Buxy Bay. What are the chances?
Clay Eye.
Quite good, actually. Considering our luck.
Look.
Anyway, they're here. They're really good at staying hidden and finding things out. I was thinking we could maybe help Althea in finding our little dwarven assassin.
Why are we not saying Althea?
That just
Serious thing.
just follows you around everywhere.
Yes, I know, but wherever Althea goes, usually Etheria is there, as to which then it's a double whammy, and Althea has been making a spectacle by being in the pits. And
Oh, there.
they also have a lot of her hair, apparently.
It's
Take a lot of my. I think it's Etheria.
They mentioned nothing at this point.
Why do you need
It's part of the Dragon Rider class.
Because I'm not very good at explaining things, as we know.
And I am.
Better than me, yes. Plus, they said they wanted to see you.
Oh,
See? You've got more friends.
there's a first time for everything, I suppose. Yes, I cannot come now. I have to go and give something to face, but I can come in a bit.
Raya just kind of pokes her head out the door and looks at the sun, kind of figuring out what time it is like.
It's about 11 by the time you've lot been potting
Are
around.
you given a time?
You've
Well,
got-
yeah, because they're going to leave in a couple of hours, so...
Tonight.
I will just give this to face and then I can come.
Couple of hours. Okay,
She's
So
inside
where's
the
Face?
guild's house.
cool, let's go.
So,
Goes to find Face.
Fizz?
Yeah.
These two numpties come walking.
We're
towards
going
you.
on an adventure.
I was like, two ponies are waiting for you, mate, don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm still sitting in the bar area waiting for you.
View does come down at about 10:30, according to the sun. And he is knackered, looks like he's done a late one. He doesn't handle not sleeping very well. When I say he's an elderly gnome, he's got about 3.5 hours left of it. That's a bit dramatic. It's not much time.
I was working in a bar last night.
Yeah. He orders his coffee. He orders a large pot, actually, because he said to you last time he'd ordered. And he comes over with his scrolls. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I'm just going to set up. Starts sorting it out. Puts his coffee and stuff down. Hoists himself up onto the sofa next to you. Puts his little walking stick down. I think that's the most description I've ever given an NPC. So
It's also the most
So
true
clip
I've ever
it.
given him. I didn't picture that old. It's so cute.
he is like, this is just a retirement hobby. Like he's.
Well, man's a legend.
Yeah.
I love it.
He used to be a bobslayer, but
All right.
can't see. You can't
In
see
what
when he's
city?
in Buxy Bay.
Yeah,
No,
where all the snow is, you know.
no, he's definitely not a Buxy Bayan.
Bugsy Bay.
Buxy Bayan.
Sorry, I just said enveloping because I was grinning. So I didn't assume.
I'm glad. I'm
Making
glad.
of
I'm
adjectives
glad
as
you
well.
added it's the grinning bit. So, morning.
Morning.
I found some stuff. I'm not entirely sure. I've not just forced this together deliberately to make it make sense, but I don't know enough about Everdark to confirm or deny. But I looked into some stuff to do with Ravenholm, and Everdark is not of Ravenholm.
I didn't think he was.
Everdark is of the Shadowfell,
That makes a lot of sense.
and this is where I think I'm just ramming stuff together. The Unseelie realm, the fairy one, not the dragon one.
You're right. Based on some other little bits of information I've picked up, I suspect you might be on the right track. Let's go with that.
If the stories are true, and it sounds far-fetched, he has links to all the realms. Whether that's travelling them, having tales in them. I found tales of Everdark among the Fae stories, both Twilight, Sunlight and seasonal. I found stories of the elementals in their cities of air and earth and fire and the one I've missed looks at his cup, water. They speak of an Everdark. Some of them refer to it as a happening of climate, where there is a presence of Everdark for long hours. Some speak of it as a almost boogeyman type presence. But it seems Everdark is a popular descriptor in stories of horrible personness.
I love that I've actually put that as a separate note. Horrible personness. Is
Lived in that thesaurus for years.
this ties in a lot more with what I personally have learned about him, not what I learned when I was in Ravenholm. He was of Ravenholm, one of the noble houses. the noble house.
There's a lot like more recent where like Ravenholm's family is all of his children are prominent in Ravenholm. All the provinces have a Everdark child in a place of importance. Like I can see the pattern of a political what's the word? Grab.
I believe you may have also taken part in unsavoury practices to gain more power. My personal belief.
I do have news about the letter. The letter from Everdark to Everdawn. There are some tales all the way over to that kingdom talking of an emissary or an ally, or I can't remember the wording, of one called Everdark. And there was proposal of political marriages and all sorts of what is the word? Just more. I'm very tired. But the humour behind it is it was coincidental, and they both found it amusing that one was Everdark and Everdawn, and the sword was a humorous gift from the Everdawn to the Everdawn family to the Everdark family. But the people's fully behind it, a PR stunt of sorts. The same way that old couple, Jack and Jill, got together. They're dead now.
Was there an alliance sealed between Everdawn and Everdark, or was it just?
I can't find any other, like, our house and your house, or families must be friends forever, anything like that. The only exchange I know of is the baggy trousers and a sword. The best baggy trousers you've ever seen.
You've been incredibly helpful, and your efforts are.
I honestly wouldn't bank my last coin on the accuracy of this. There is so much story and very little fact. Not, I suppose I can confirm anything is fact, but there's just so much of it.
But some of what you've said.
Everdark has to have been around somewhere.
Some of what you said I know to be true.
Then I hope
Based
this
on my own research.
ramming of parchment together helps.
Thank you. You are a superhero. Can I get you anything to thank you?
Just give me the night off.
Please, I never intended for it to
Please don't
be.
put me back in the library.
Yeah.
I never intended for it to be an immediate.
I kind of get carried away when I start concentrating on things.
I relate very hard to that. I'm sitting there with my notepad.
Yeah, it's thick. But
Sorry.
Me and Hannah have been messaging about law stuff.
Yeah, we're having a private law conversation.
Big fish, little fish.
That's what it looked like.
Wood box.
I just spelled squash on spell cards.
They're all at disadvantage now.
Well, you let me. One of them's light, so I'm not really concerned.
Give us a wet light.
Let me leave you to the rest of your day. Obviously, if you find anything else fantastic, but please don't wear yourself to the bone.
Well, I've got to go this evening. I'll need to check. I'm pretty
There's
sure.
going to be a show. That might be
I am
worth
not
watching.
attending that. It's too far. I cannot be bothered walking. I don't want. There's what?
It's about dragons.
Doesn't help my legs. And
Oh, yeah.
there's no dragons in Colour. If you bring me a dragon, I'll be impressed. I don't care about some
Be in the
No
guild
idea.
house at midnight.
some crazy little monkey singing about. I'm hearing him outside my window.
He's an
So,
incredibly talented storyteller.
ooh.
Well, if I could bring you a dragon, believe me, I would, because
Inside.
you actually do.
No. There's no reason to believe you've got an actual dragon.
No, I didn't think you would.
Just in case, I'm inciting everyone here.
I was going to argue a bit earlier. Yeah, if I could, I would, because I would always love to make drinks with them.
One for another time.
I really appreciate your help. I really do. It's not often people do things just for the love of knowledge. And
You kind of caught me on my passion. If you need a wall building, I won't be doing it.
I've made some friends with some quarriers. I think
They
probably
can build you a wall,
they
and I'll
will
help
be
you
able
with the history books.
to.
Living the life.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And I'll go over, but I'll go over to the bar. But I want to send him a cake.
Okay.
Little cake.
By the time the cake gets to him, he's asleep on the sofa.
That's fine. And she can sit next to his tea.
Cool. These lot are here.
My notes.
Explain the picture in the Slack chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 years ago.
We're probably so wrong.
You got having something strong.
Something in front.
Yeah. But it seems like it could be right.
Where are we?
Octavio's Guild.
Of course we are.
You got about an hour. Yeah, because that's where you went. Are you two leaving together? Or waiting for... Didn't you say you're waiting for Fairs?
Gotta give some stuff to Faze.
Face. Here is your ivory.
You got about an hour, Belush.
Thank you. How much do I owe to who?
92
Sure.
Shauna
Okay.
and 110 to Matt.
So if you forget the name, that belittles them a little bit. Oh man,
there's
alpha
Matt
move.
sold down the road.
Who's that over there? Your ex.
I did not get the name.
So a random market stall, I owe 110 gold to.
I will take you later.
Okay. I need to make a lot more money still,
It's
and I
fine.
still
We
need.
have the Lush somewhere.
I don't think Belush is just there for our entertainment and to make money.
How much silver did I make again? Did I make it on 7 silver?
You meant
Because I rolled a d6 and then I
A
made
1.
you got a 1. You had 1
Oh.
silver because you were ignoring people while looking
Yeah,
for
So
another.
it's 7 yesterday
I
at
made
some
a
point.
total of 2 today.
Yeah, because I'm the other lad.
And so Raya just holds out a basket that's got 2 silver in it.
Raya and I are required somewhere. We'll be back soon.
Okay, have fun.
And we leave.
Face to her accounts.
Raya just grabs Bjorn by the shoulder and just pulls him out.
I'm sitting there like,
Don't know what
still need
I know.
250 gold.
You miss. Bjorn's like 40 feet down road. You go to the house with the blue door.
Yeah.
It
Goes
is
to the house with the blue
is
door.
essentially a B&B. You walk through it. It's nice. It's kind of cooling in here out the heater Buxy Bay, and there is a room to your right and a few more down the corridor on the stairs that go upstairs.
I'm just going to start knocking on the doors until I find the right one.
As he said, first room on your right, first door
First
you knock.
room on my right.
First door you
There we
knock on.
go.
Ray's way of doing it is much funnier. Hello.
No,
Starts on
come
the
on,
left hand side.
Random elf whose name I
I'll go
can't
down and back
remember.
up.
You're not an elf.
Opens the door. You see the young elf, tanned, not as cocky looking as he used to. Bit of sadness in the
That's to
eyes.
which she stands there and then goes, "Where's Bjorn?" Oh.
Hello, friend.
4 foot 11's not that small.
How are you?
Turtle of the Woods. What a name. Hello.
Brilliant.
I love
Bye.
it. Absolutely love it. Turtles don't like it in the woods, man. I'm just saying.
I am a turtle of the mountains.
Okay.
I'm friends with turtles.
Phase goes into a trance. Come in. Bjorn.
Raya just walked in.
This
Things that
What?
happen.
Ray was trying to explain. In there's just a 2-seater, a little table, and a bedroom, and a TV, black and white TV.
It's just a flip book.
Attached to an hamster on a wheel.
Not that it is not that it is not good to see you again, but again, Raya, why are we here?
Because of the assassin.
Ray was telling me of the assassin in the market square. I suggested
I
somewhere.
said nothing about an assassin in the market square. I said that there is someone. That is.
Very sneaky and trying to kill.
So she said she would bring someone to explain. I said bring Bjorn. Maybe we do this away from the market square, and here we are.
Okay.
She also told me of your
Affliction.
curse, affliction, disease. I asked about the one of clay eyes. She said it's gone. You have another. Seeing that you are a foot shorter than you used to be, that's a lie.
And also that.
2 foot.
He wasn't 6'11".
Nope.
And also that.
The dead bits, I just thought it was makeup. It's Buxy Bay. So you're dead
Yes.
and a dwarf.
Yes.
Cool. Anyway, so this
That
assassin.
explained I don't know any assassins.
We are recently from Mons Falls. Before we came back, our friend Etheria was kidnapped to the Shadowfell by an emissary of Prick from Ravenholm. And it just so happened
I've met
that
him.
the emissary was a dwarven assassin who seems to be a little...
Is that who did this to you?
No. This is fine.
It was self-inflicted. Don't know why. It's stupid.
Not necessarily. It was inflicted by something else, but...
But you have been told on so many occasions we can fix things.
Everything is fine.
Ray just rolls her eyes and just like lays on the two-seater sofa. with her
If
feet
you
sticking up
fix
the
this curse, I will not have the powers to help you that I currently possess.
Whatever gets the job done.
Exactly. So, it just so happens that our friend Althea, the gladiator, the lioness of the sands, yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
small woman for a warrior, but
I don't.
Good kick his head in.
I don't judge.
You're not there.
She just starts kicking a theory.
when she was left in Bronze Falls, asleep, woke up, apparently a lot of her hair had been taken, and the assassin is now here,
Okay.
shooting arrows at her from the shadows with her hair attached to them. So, apparently, Rhea thinks you might be a good person to ask around.
Why?
Find the, I do not know.
Because you can know things.
So can you?
I suck at that because I don't
We are
listen.
not the most discreet.
I just don't want to die. Clay Eye was horrifying. It was.
You're not gonna die by listening to people.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Honestly, I'm just here. I'm just here by chance. I don't want to be anywhere near Clay Eye. I'm going to head further south. Get on a boat.
What happened in Clay Eye after we left?
They sent the Neverlight, and they.
It's really clean there now. Really clean. There's like barriers and everything.
It was cleansed. They removed all the.
That is not what that means.
They removed all those that were afflicted, and anyone that.
Removed.
Yes, and anyone who may have been afflicted.
Survivors.
Yes. They didn't find my cave. I stayed there for.
They're not still looking for survivors, are they?
I didn't. Well, you're dead. You're fine. I didn't ask them because I was a survivor,
Of course.
and then I didn't choose to follow their camp.
Oh, the Tony is dead then.
They went north. I went south.
No.
I don't know. I hid in a cave while they killed everybody.
We need to be much better at listening. Maybe we came to the wrong person.
Maybe you did.
I would
Just because you know who I am.
Fine.
Thank you for agreeing to see us.
It's nice to see that not everyone was slain. Technicality, I understand.
Do you still have any of the platinum that my friend gave you?
Maybe about 5 gold of it.
From one survivor to another.
Give me it.
I would use whatever you have left to leave Edoria.
When I get further down, I have a boat waiting for me. An old friend, acquaintance.
Travel far and fast.
I really wanted to watch the show, but
You're not allowed. Ew.
There is something.
shows it. Where are you selling the show? Where's it being held? Yeah, you're right. I'm not allowed in the guild.
Might be outside.
I might sort some out for you, mate.
20 foot by 20 foot dragon, like to
There
be
is
outside.
something happening in Edoria. It's getting worse.
The thing in Clay Eye is spreading.
necessarily, though. Again, the group that caused that are linked to it, I think.
Do we know where they are?
No, I wish they did.
Did they go north or south or?
I was, at the time, at least,
Otherwise,
more interested in eating my own fingers than working out which direction they went. Fortunately, I do no longer need to eat.
yes, that's the leap. Well, have a nice life, on life.
Whatever is left of it. Rhea, I understand what you're trying to do, but I don't think this is the person to help us.
If you need a cave, there's one in Clay Eye.
I by no means am insulting you.
Oh, no, no,
think this is where your
I
skills lie.
I was just happened to be passing by. It's just
I am sure that if the dwarven assassin was after them also, their skills as a survivor will probably let us know where they are.
only
We could use them as
faster
bait.
than the dog.
Could we use them as bait? If we get the dwarven assassin to after them, then we can.
You could try.
I don't think it's fair to use someone else that's not involved in doing it.
You could try use me as bait. I promise I'll be where you want me to be. You don't need to insight check him.
I want you. Come on, Ray. We have a show to watch. And
Wow.
there might potentially, I mean, there's a big show going on. The dwarven assassin will turn up. It was a good idea. Just the wrong person.
We bought one flower as well.
Would you buy another flower, friend?
It's a silver coin.
Holds out a basket, smiles.
That just drops in the empty basket. Can I have the flower?
Produces
Oh.
like a handful of like jasmine and
Oh, thank you. I'm allergic, but fucking air fever, kicking it.
honeysuckle. Don't worry, you know.
Yeah, just rubbing it on his face. Thank you. This is beautiful. It's nice to see other people not cleansed. Yeah.
Come on,
What we use for.
let's go.
Bye!
Bye. Closes the
Go
door.
back to Telios and do nothing until showtime.
Flowers! Sometimes funeral flowers!
Bez?
Flowers for all occasion.
Green dragon related flowers!
Bez? Do you know? Other than eye beaming me. Superman.
No, I'm not doing anything until Volusia's show. I don't know what else to do when I can't make any more money to this and just sit there like.
Cool.
Can I go and see in the hour that we've got before the show? Can I go and see Odysseus?
Odysseus? You can. I forgot about that guy.
FYI, Rhea,
feel like I should
Since he
get
failed that dice roll, he's dead to me.
Need to get Remy's stuff.
Rhea is just outside of the guild at this point now because it's getting close to show time.
Doing the flower selling.
She's gonna
Okay.
stay outside the guild.
That's pretty cool.
Keeping an eye.
If you just working it like you own it.
As it gets near to showtime, I'll pack up, grab the stack of however many posters I've managed to make, and go outside and
Roll a
see-
D100.
78.
That's how many you make.
78 posters. Nice.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
He's tried a new method of rolling. It doesn't work.
With his elbows. Their elbows. I'm just going to not speak to people after this game. I've had enough. I hate everyone.
7.
7.
I'll go outside with the posters if I see.
How many did you make?
78.
That is fucking... That's, yeah. It's funny to me.
Just head outside if I see Rhea selling flowers and stuff, I'll start next to her. But I want to be somewhere that Volusia can spot me if they need me as well.
So, Velouche, just so I know, is the plan? Are you wanting? Is the idea that everyone in the guild and everyone outside the guild gets to see the show?
Yeah.
Right.
But, like I'm getting like it all depends on crowd size. I'm just finding a spot where the most people.
Well, you rolled 100%, so you'll have a crowd. 100%, 2 people will turn up. While you're all doing all that, and obviously the bards inside where the show, it's spread like throughout the morning and yesterday evening and stuff. The whole side of the Ectelio Guild Hall that you're currently in becomes like almost reverse illusionary. Like it disappears and it becomes like an open opera house type sort of visual. And then the goblins and halflings and gnomes of Ectelio's guild all come and they move the bars get moved, so they're all at the side, and they basically put on like a massive like production ready for this show. Alexander's obviously had a cheeky word for make it so for Velouche's performance.
I'll sit to Althea. Can you just watch the stall while I go help Velouche, and I'll stand not stage because I don't know what the area is, but like side stage.
He was going to go to a thesis.
Oh yeah.
Althea's like, yeah.
When she rides back.
No, this works better. So while you're doing that, yeah, I need a D100 off you, Raya, when you got a second.
Yeah. Oh heck.
The crowd, yeah, is way more. I mean, it's like they repopulated Buxy Bay overnight. Ships been coming in and they're up to 6 again.
Wait till we get the dragon out again.
The crowd is massive. It's like you see shops shutting up in the market. Taverns are like closing down a little bit, like they're shutting up shops. Some of them are staying open.
No point.
But like the guild's gonna absolutely rinse it here. Everyone's going up there during your while you're on your little table with your fingers. People just assume that they need to pay for it, like it's a program type thing. So they start dropping coin just next to you on the table. Then when the piles get a bit bigger, you're like, okay. You put a bag there. Like one of the halflings comes out from the guild, gives you a little leather pouch that's about that big, and they just start throwing the coins in there. This is all obviously time wizzy.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the end, you go over to Althea and say, can you just watch? So you make 70 gold, right? People just dropping a gold in. Ectelio's got a bit of a, you don't pay copper and silver around here.
I think that was your roll, not mine.
No. What did you roll on your D100?
Oh, it's 76.
Yeah.
28.
And then you rolled a 7. Yeah. So in theory, you've had 707. So it's in silver pieces, but 700 of them. Yeah. It's a big town, Althea.
Half what it used to be.
The 8 you're missing, yeah, was when you asked Althea to sit at the at the thing. So
Well, I got
80 of your thingies just got
Althea took
for
them.
free. Yeah.
Nice.
Can you roll a D100, please?
76.
You make 76. You make 76 silver.
Cool.
I know you said 7,000 silver then, and that's not how that works.
No, we'll take it.
Reverse math now. Take away. You're going down there, you done that, you done that, you done that. So, pretty much, as you're walking towards Odysseus' place, pretty much, we'll go with around 100% of the town is making its way up to people that, like, all the fishing boats, they've just been tied up for the day, nets, everything have been brought in. Like, everyone is making their way to making their way to Ectelio's guild house. Alexander is beaming because he's about to get all the money back he lost. But but he is. I know you've walked off, but for yourselves, Alexander is working the crowd, walking among them. It's like he's definitely the host of what's going on, and every now and then he'll just say, Ectelio's feeling better. He's even planning on listening to the show. He won't be present at it, but you can hear it because he's Ectelio.
I'll make sure there's a chest in front of the stage.
That you cut out of an orc. Because sketches here, bitches.
It's gonna be an entirely different show.
Start flinging poke.
Yes!
But Alexander seems genuinely joyful and happy working the crowd. It's less professionalism and more natural and enjoying, after the last crap of the few days and stuff, this moment that's coming. Yes, Bjorn.
How's Leo looking?
Give me a perception check.
Fine.
He's got a bit of a dad bod coming on. Like there's I know it made me cry writing it. He's got a bit of a dad bod coming on. His hair, there's a bit of grey in it, but he is there. You go to Odysseus. As you get there, he's got his back to you. He's at his front door and he's locking up. And he turns around and sees you. He's in a emerald green tunic today. He's normally ever only in blue. Althea, how are we? Hands behind his back.
Good, how are you?
Envious, I have to say, but I'm sure I'll get over it.
Remy did say to apologise again today.
I'm sure he did, thieving little chimp.
Considering he's not likely to be returning to your service anytime
Oh, is he not?
soon.
Just decided.
Yeah.
I'll take this as his notice, shall I?
Would I be able to grab his things, anything that he had here whilst he was working for you, any personal bits of his?
Yes, very little. He lived out of a backpack. Who does that? Adventurers. There are some clothing items. Takes a key off the chain, off the hoop. This will let you in the home. You will find Remy's well-kept, not messy room at all. It's the only one in the house. The villa has a odour of Remy.
Also, my friend is looking to gather components to cast a spell that might help us learn more about what's going on, stuff that we spoke about yesterday with Kai and
Yes.
Shelio. She needs quite a significant amount of incense. I don't suppose you have stocks of it for any of the work
Yes,
that
we
you
have
do?
plenty of it. We have some incense, obviously, to clear up some of the smells, but some of it is used in our works.
Would you be willing? We're working on making money at the same time as figuring out what on earth is going on in Atoria. Would you be willing to part with an amount of it, and we could potentially pay you back?
How much does she need?
She needs 250 gold's worth. I'm not expecting that from you, but anything that you can spare, anything that you can spare, 10 gold's worth would even be perfect, just to get us going.
And there's no chance Remy's going to remain working for me.
I mean, if you wanted to, learn from what he's done in any way, I'm not saying you can perform experiments on him, yeah, but if there's anything that you can learn, which I'm sure there already has been a great deal that your potion worked.
No, it didn't work as we didn't know how it would work. I'm overjoyed that Remy is okay, and yes, I can part with incense. I would like Remy to continue the work on the potion. For him to do so, he will need this, and he moves his shirt long. Normally, he's got a long V, so you can see his muscular chest. He moves the tunic a little bit. Still got the long V, but as he does this, a chain comes into view, as if no longer hidden, and on it is an emerald dragon scale about this big. He gives it over to you, puts it in your hand, and holds your hands. Other than Remy, this is priceless.
What does it do? What will it allow?
We took small shavings of it to make the potion. The only thing we could find to shave the scale was a mithril scalpel. And even then, it blunted in a couple of scrapings. I've spent quite a bit on mithril more recently. It is the core component of the potion he drank.
Why does he need this? Why can't you keep it?
I don't believe the potion was not complete, and seeing Remy and Leonidas and Eowyn on your conversations, the fact that Remy and the dragon are still in there, I think this will help Remy find, I hope, will find a happy medium of becoming one with, I don't know, but I have a hunch that if the dragon wishes to challenge Remy,
This will give him an edge.
I've met Remy, and I'm very impressed that he's currently in control, but I don't know how it works. We know nothing about, we have histories of dragons and many papers on them, and this dragon scale cost me nearly all of my fortune to acquire. 7 of those that went for it died, only 3 came back. They claimed by accident or things along the way. They were paid handsomely.
7 people went, did they? Althea twitches at the number 7.
You sent the guess here.
They split into 3 and 4.
They are long gone now, living a life of luxury. But please keep this as safe as Remy. And if I'm wrong, you have a very, very expensive amulet.
So I'm to keep this, or Remy is to keep it.
Does Remy have pockets?
I don't know. I can keep hold of this, but I don't. Just clarifying that you want me to have it and it not to be on Remy, because it's going to protect Remy.
I am trusting your relationship with Remy as a friend from his youth that he spoke about all the time. Not that you were a distraction or anything. It cost me. Anyway, please take it. And he takes his hand off you, and in your hand you have an emerald dragon scale.
I noticed when you took it off, it wasn't visible until maybe you wanted it to be. Is there any way that I can cloak it? I'm not arcanely aligned, but I would much rather.
It will cloak. I didn't do that.
Oh.
Whoever wears it, if I put it on that person over there, it would, as soon as it is worn, it goes invisible. I don't know.
Speaking of arcane cloaking.
Yes, one more thing. When we had the scale identified, trying to take information to see how we could make this potion, all schools of magic came back from the identifying of the scale. That's it. No powers, no details, just all schools of magic. I don't think Remy is fully comprehending the help he was trying to give you. The thieving little gecko.
I'll put it on.
It goes invisible?
Yeah. And then I'll go. I don't know how much you overheard yesterday after the pit fighting. But
yes, pit fighting.
There's a dwarven individual, might not actually be a dwarf, but when we've seen him, he looks like a dwarf, that is trying to hurt me and my friends almost constantly, it seems, since we met him. He kidnapped
Have you
Etheria.
pissed the dwarf off?
The dwarf is an agent of Everdark.
Okay. Everdark from Ravenholm?
Yeah. Long story. But
I don't know Everdark, but I've sold to their family many times.
what do they buy?
I am a merchant in the trade of alchemy.
I mean, a specific, like they buy
Swords.
death potions.
All manner. We've had curative go out there. I wouldn't say poisons, but if you applied some of my stuff to your weaponry, it would hurt. Summoning potions.
Nothing that seems like you've not had any strange requests from. Nothing that stuck out.
A lot of language, like given the ability to, I think the spell is tongues or ancient.
To understand or speak.
I think when you consume our potion, you can understand the person talking to you. You can speak their language. I don't know if there are things where you can comprehend the languages, but we don't ask their business normally. I'm very neutral. I'm sure there are some folk out there with nefarious means, but others of the light side of life. But they seem to be needing to be able to understand various planes of Colossus
Planes.
and the realms.
So, more,
Primordial
so
and
more
such.
than more than being able to just understand Elvish. It's more,
Yes,
it's more
yes.
than-
But it would work. If they didn't understand Elvish, they could drink the
Yeah, I was
potion.
going to ask, you've not had anything specific, like I specifically need to understand
Not-
how to
not-
speak to...
Not
X.
specific X, but quite a large quantity was leaned towards the comprehension of languages and
plain our languages.
yes, well, in general, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, curiosity. I discovered it was planar and
Mm.
more material. Hello, Velush. Just looked at it. I was like, hey, Just goes by with a dragon balloon. I imagine this dragon's a big float, just like.
It's one of those big kites.
Yeah.
Like-
It's a scene from Tim Burton's Batman with Joker on.
Oh yeah.
Um,
All right, I got a bit excited there. Do I?
So this dwarven individual, he managed to get hold of, through no fault of my own, a lock of my hair, and he's using it, we think, to scry on us.
That would make a lot of sense.
Is there anything that I can do to cloak myself from him, to stop him scrying on me?
There are items and such. I mean, your item I just gave you is invisible. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never tested the scrying. We do have potions that you can drink that would protect you only for maybe a day. Anything stronger would probably hurt you.
How do you have potions that I could buy off of you now?
I was just heading up to the guild for
Well,
the
we
show.
can talk about
but-
it later.
Okay. I do have potions,
Yeah.
but
If I
they're
could,
quite pricey. Protection from scrying as such would, seeing as it's Remy, 100 gold a pot.
I mean, he knows we're in Buxy Bay, just maybe for when we decide to leave Buxy Bay, so he doesn't follow us, then that kind of thing.
Is Remy following you?
No, the
What?
dwarf doesn't.
Oh, the dwarf.
Yeah, so
yes.
he knows that we're in Buxy Bay. There's no point in me taking a potion now. It's for when we decide to leave Buxy
Okay.
Bay.
Is the dwarf here in Buxy Bay?
It was at the fighting pit. He shot arrows at me with locks of my hair attached to them. It was very mocking.
And you took it very well, Andrea.
We've almost...
Are you to the show?
I will be, if I could grab the incense first off of you.
Oh,
how
you
much-
need it now? Okay.
I would like to give it to Faye just before she spends any more money getting it elsewhere. And then I'll have a look through Remy's room and then I'll walk up, if that's okay.
Okay, I can delay. And he'll reopen the door. Remy's room is that way. I'll go check stocks.
Yeah.
Through my very expensive villa. Take your shoes off. Do you take your shoes off?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All the lacing of the
Fire.
gladiator sandals. Like.
He just slips out of his
House shoes.
you go upstairs.
It's a state.
Teenage whammer. Do you know what I mean? It is a mess. It's not dirty. It's just messy.
Stuff, yeah.
Like the blankets are screwed over. Like never made his bed in his life. There are several potion bottles that the liquid in them is changing colour as you look at them. It's just messy.
Yeah.
It's just a room. There's no like work area,
Yeah.
and he's done a makeshift working on the table that was in there.
Yeah.
And there's a trunk that's open, and there's claws like the sock hanging over the side.
Does it
sort of
look
thing.
like it's been...
There is parchment everywhere, all over the floor. Scribbles, little pictures.
Is it messy in that it looks like someone else has come and rummaged through stuff, or it's just... It's not been ransacked?
It would pass off as a brilliant lie if his parents walked
He
in and
tried to
went,
get
"What happened at your
burgled."
room?" And he
Yeah.
went, "I've been robbed." But
There's still stuff everywhere.
knowing Remy,
Yeah.
it does fit the pattern of Remy's room.
I will look through some of the parchments, see if there's anything interesting that he's been working on or writing down, anything that I would recognise.
A lot to do with alchemy.
Yeah.
A lot to do with the invisibility side of potions. Doesn't surprise you. You were told about Leo.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Do you search?
Yeah.
All right, give me an investigation check. I've only just read that. A poll for Tony rolling over a 5. Ever again, apparently.
Well, I just rolled a 6.
Well, it's just within the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, whilst you're rummaging around, there's nothing that jumps out at you, so you kind of just smush all the parchment together for later, or you leaving it there, or
I'll leave it there. I just
leave it
sort of
there.
really- yeah.
No jumps out at you. The invisibility one, but as soon as you start reading the bits about it, and Leo's
Don't
mentioned,
stop it.
you see Leo's there, and you're like, fuck. But there's nothing that pops out at you on a fan. But
6.
you find his secret compartment. In fact, it's Remy. Let's see how well he did this. I'm not letting you roll. He rolled a 9. I was like, if you turn yours upside down. So you don't find his secret stash. Remy's shocked.
I will gather up some of the. So there's potion bottles with potions in. There's bottles with liquid in.
There's no bubbling. There's no reaction. There's no there's no twinkle in the liquid. It's as if someone's been putting different squash in water.
Okay.
It still might mean something, but to you,
Keep making potions in the bathroom.
well, to you, that's what it looks like. To
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
it might be a hist in a
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll get some of the ones that look like properly sealed, like he was done with them. Do you know what I mean? And then,
Okay, there are 2 blue that have
Yeah.
a little cork in them. Whether he's done with them or not, you don't know, but they've got a cork in them.
Yeah.
There is a bright yellow, like someone just dropped a lemon in it, and
Yeah.
it turned the water bright yellow. And there's a black one. The bottle's black, you can't see the liquid.
Okay.
The other 3 are glass.
I will.
And what you do notice on the next to those things is labels.
It's what?
4 labels.
First time.
Four.
Proud of him.
How many labels? 4.
It's
Corresponding
4,
to the bottles.
So they're not on the bottles, but there is 4 labels. It's as if
The
not yet
labels
put on the
say.
things. However, he has been listening, so he's done the labels.
What do the labels say?
One of them has a lightning bolt
Yeah.
scratched on it. One of them has a cloud on it, just a cloud. Looks like a cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're official.
One of them's got a skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
And one of them's got a love art on it.
And 2 of the potions are the same. There's 2
2 are blue, 1 yellow, that are clear glass,
Yeah, yeah.
and then a
And
black
then
bottle.
opaque black, yeah.
Opaque black bottle.
Do the 2 blue look exactly the same shade of blue? Because there's 4 different labels, but 2
You rolled
similar
a 5
potions.
on your investigation.
Bag the potions and the labels together.
It's a dragon.
Yes, no. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be me. I'll go back and wait by the door with
Odysseus comes back. Fairs, roll me a percentile dice, please. 100.
I'm happy to. Ooh, 23.
Okay. He comes down. He appears back in the doorway. You can put your sandals back on now if you wish.
Take half an hour.
This is all the incense I can spare today. I have more coming, but this will do. And he gives you a fair chunk. If I was to sell this, you'd probably get about 80 gold of it. And it's a hefty, like, sack.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's amazing. That's very, very substantial amount towards what we need. So thank you very much. And I'll walk up with him to Ectelios.
You're back to Ectelios, yeah? Velouche, we're on you, mate. Velouche appears. The stage has been built. All the crowd is as close as they can get. The people at the front seem to have either paid their way there, or what you notice in the area in front of the stage is lots of leather sacks that are currently kind of flat. And then you see the halflings, gnomes, and goblins of the guild all spread out amongst the crowd. They've all got little flat caps. They're going to be rocking it, not wearing them. They're going to be doing the crowd work. And a beautiful stage is set up. Like I said, the operatic open house visual. Draw it, Tony. Ready for the show.
It was literally just keeping constant perception on the crowd rather than watching the show. Yeah.
At the centre of the stage, there's a small box. Velouche sits cross-legged on top. It starts Ikaji, where I am from. And as he says it, the stage seemingly starts to cover itself with rising water, as though an ocean is appearing around it. In small...
What?
£1,000.
What?
Sorry.
I took up my flesh.
Sorry.
£1,000.
We've hit £1,000.
Ah,
Couple.
thanks, Jackal.
Sorry.
He's on.
Thank you, Stu.
Oh, Stu, mate, thank you very much, buddy.
See, and this is the reason why you need to follow the Twitter.
I'll allow
then
it,
you
Stu.
see,
I'll allow it.
you see the cool glass dragon guardians that are going to protect your dice.
Amazing,
And you can have a chance to
amazing.
win them.
Thank you. Like that
Thank
was
you,
the
Steve.
target we needed. So I'm just gonna stop the stream. It's been a pleasure.
No,
Thank
we've still
you.
got 500.
What? Oh,
Still
okay.
need 500.
He wants to go home. Mrs. Bax.
I miss Nasha. I'm
Belush.
Bex. I need Bex. I need my boo boo.
Aww.
I
That's
think
been
the
nice.
nice. I heard you say.
Yeah.
I'm the last. Or maybe
You'll
you
see
might
when-
like this. She calls me Yogi.
Oh.
All right, sort your lives out.
Shit.
I missed that.
Please, can someone
It's
make sure
gross.
that they clip
Can we send him over the picnic basket?
You can do, because I'm
No, it's
Smarter
just
than the average bear.
Eddie stuff with it.
that picnic basket will not get on. I'll give her the basket. You know what I mean, Rich? Give her the basket. No, Eddie knows.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, boo boo. Smarter than the average bear. Veloce starts singing.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Stu.
Thank you, Steve.
On top of a box on a small stage, Velush sits there cross-legged. It will start in Kaji, where I am from, on the Albar Sea. And as he says that, water will start rising up around the stage as though an ocean is appearing around it, the sea is appearing around it. Small islands form out of the sea around it, and the box that Velush is sat on becomes one of the islands, so it becomes rock-like in formation. As he's sat there, small ships start appearing all around the kind of ocean waves sailing the sea. There is a moment of silence as these ships start swirling around Velush sat in the centre. The core of seagulls and creatures alike from the islands themselves can be heard. Then there is a rumbling, and a small area of the sea in front of Velush, facing the main portion of the crowd, starts to swirl as though a whirlpool is appearing. At its centre, a ship, white in colour, almost bone-like in structure, starts to pierce up across into the sea, and followed by it, moments later, a blue dragon, as though made of sapphire, bursts forth, water spraying everywhere, and with that, the crowd will, or the immediate crowd will be covered in spray of water as Etheria leans forward and uses...
I cast shape water. to
Hang
use
on. You teaming up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute whammers.
Go in and out, just
While you're doing this form, it's just
The immediate crowd is sprayed with the sea water. The sapphire blue dragon bursting forth, and what unfolds is a scene where the ship of bone white and almost a sort of evil pirate-esque nature is chased around the sea, with the dragon lashing out at it, smashing into the waves nearby, and a fight ensuing. Eventually, the dragon soars up above where Velush is, and as it does, the sea and the boats and the ships twist and turn to become clouds, and the formation that Velush is sat on becomes a cloud, soaring in the sky as the attention's drawn back to the dragon. The dragon swoops down, and almost as if it's hitting the stage but piercing down through the clouds, it disappears, and the clouds rise up, underneath revealing a warm desert-like kind of terrain, savannah in nature, and there is a beating of the drums. And in the clouds above, there is a roar, echoing out across the crowd. The roar of a dragon, as a red dragon pierces the clouds, swooping down amongst, or down to the savannah landscape, where orcs and goblins, ogres, and all sorts of tribal entities are watching above. And as the dragon swoops down behind where Volush is sat, he swings forward, or it swings forward, and flies out towards the immediate crowd, rears back, and there is a breath of fire bursting out in front of it. And again, the immediate crowd is warmed as this fire breath lashes out over them.
I cast create bonfire just in front to get the heat and disappear.
I'm not liking this. Carry on.
The dragon then swoops back around, swooping low over the savannah terrain, and then whirling round Volush once more and flying back up into the sky. As it does, the ground, or the savannah, disappears, and the cloud above, where the dragon just disappeared into, turns to petals, and they start falling from the sky, landing on a more soft, subtle mixture of stone and grass, and trees rise up around the edges of the stage, blossom-like in nature. There is just in front of where Volush is sat, there is a young dragonborn, pink in scales, sat in front of a dragon egg. The dragonborn is watching the egg with almost care in its eyes, looking at it, nurturing it, paying it attention, making sure it's safe and secure. The young dragonborn playfully stands up and runs out into the trees. There is a moment of silence as a gust of blossoms brushes across the stage, and then there is a little crack in the egg as a dragon's claw starts to reach out from inside it. And then there is a swirl of blossoms, and at the centre of the stage in front of Volush, there is a adult dragonborn, still pink, wearing a kimono, a sharpened blade swirling around it as it practices, as though practicing a dance. In the blossom trees that are surrounding this same almost courtyard-esque place, there is a sense as though somebody is watching. And amongst the trees, the head of a dragon peeks out. One eye opens amongst the darkness of the blossoms. Then, again with another swirl of blossoms, the blossoms become snow. The snow swirling round the stage, and the courtyard disappears and is overtaken by mountaintops and ice, a harsh landscape, that of Viconia or Savai. The clouds around the top of the stage reform, and amongst the peaks, a white dragon soars, swirling, winding between the mountaintops, looking out as though searching for something. The immediate crowd feel a chill down their spine.
All the crowd shiver.
Then, as the dragon soars around and disappears down into the peaks. There is a rumble, and the ground changes from snow to that of Pretoria, a sun-beaten landscape. The mountains, dry, old. Across the landscape, small towns and cities can be seen forming around the stage. And from the roof, as Falush looks up, there is a rumble. And from above, it's as though the very ceiling above them is shattering to pieces as a green dragon claw reaches down and tears through the ceiling, dropping down to the stage and encircling where Falush is. Falush sat at its centre, the green dragon wrapped around. Falush smiles as the dragon stalks and looks out across the audience. And then silence once more as the green dragon is raised and kind of almost ethereally floats away, leaving just Falush sat at the centre of the stage, back on the box, his legs crossed, smiling at the audience in silence.
Performance check with advantage. Plus 10.
It's an nat 20.
That's amazing.
Table flip!
With advantage. Just in case. That's an 11. I'll take the nat 20.
20 plus
so-
30 plus your modifier.
Plus 10, innit? So
Yeah.
plus-
Which is going to be like 39.
If you roll
43.
43?
If you rolled the second nat 20, then you'd have bankrupted the population of us.
43.
I'm not saying it.
Remember the name.
People start pelting peaches.
So,
No wonder we're at £1,000. That was a hell of a fight!
as I said yesterday,
I know.
Tony looked straight at me. Don't look like that. I don't care what the final number is. He's done it.
Oh no, you got the bag.
He's three.
The lucky dip.
He's 3 for 3.
Yeah.
There was a promise made.
All 3, for those that don't know, of Falush's performances have produced a nat 20 on the performance check, and all 3 of them. All right, Pidge. And all 3 of them had a theory involved. And I said, if they both hat-tricked it today, I'd let them have a lucky dip. A lucky dip in the item bag.
You got the special dice out for that roll.
He also rolled 100% on attendance.
Can we keep Falush? Just we don't need the others.
If you kill Velk, he stays.
Don't tell him that.
Oh, sakes, man.
This is the true form, isn't it?
It's Velk all along. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, Pitch. Yeah, ridiculous.
Eddie thought he was well set.
I mean, I had a few swear words in mind. Eddie's never scored a hat trick in his life. Right, so as you finish your perfect
33.
perform 100% on a D100 and a nat 20. And people think
You need to
he's
play the
not
lottery
cheating,
ball.
yeah. He's not allowed to be banned from the lottery.
What he wanted to, but he
Kicked out
does.
of the casino.
Yeah.
Cheat with luck.
It's the antithesis of me.
That's why you work
That's
together
why,
really well.
that's why I've got to sit in the middle of them. I don't know what's going to happen.
When our powers combine.
I get shafted.
Sadly average.
Right,
I'm
so
just sadly average in the middle.
that's that side of the table, don't worry. You I hate you. You finish the performance. There are tears of joy, of sadness, a roller coaster of emotions comes some large bald northerner walking past, weeping as he's throwing magic items on the floor. Right, so we'll do the coin bit first. Yeah. Roll the d4. +1.
4.
3 plus 1, not 4.
Yeah.
All right. If you'd have just maxed 3 rolls in a row.
Get out, Eddie. Go home.
Let me just add that together. Amongst the coinage gathered, yeah, collected and put off to one side in a large trunk. Yep.
Trunk.
Big chest. Not an elephant's nose. Some coin goes towards Alexander, and in his little money pouch just gets poured into it. Quite a hefty chunk. As it's going into the trunk on the at the side of Alexander, there is a pink draconic, cheerful vision of Etheria. And from their mouth, a little speech bubble, and the number keeps going up. You have 4,154, gold pieces in that trunk. Despite the trunk not being big enough to hold it, it holds it. Shit game anyway.
Trunk of holding.
Thanks, Nikki. £30 donation. Nikki Clark. Is that anyone?
Yeah, I've decided to ransom the final session of Wednesday Spelljammer campaign because I keep postponing it, so I'm ransoming it now for charity, and it's working.
Lie, cheat, deceive.
You said
More than the
For
name of
charity.
You rob all you want.
He's still gonna win it.
So £1,030. Thank
final
you.
roll for that performance.
Not 43.
43. Someone's got to donate 43 quid. It's going to be me, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be Eddie.
Yeah. Well,
The performance finishes. It feels like minutes of waiting for everyone to. They're kind of staring at Volush, waiting for the second act, where he rolls on that one and dies.
Ooh, 69%.
You'll be happy.
Yeah, 69%.
of what?
Okay.
Of our total.
Of our total
Mine says
£1,500 target.
68.
Oh, that's
Mine says 69.
Yours always says 69. When the first tenner were donated, it said 69%.
But it didn't.
Hey!
No, it's-
Let's put another. Oh, I only had 2 of Nikki's 15s pop up. So £1,045.
Yeah! Thank you, Nikki.
69% of our target.
We would like to reach 100, so just because it's a cool number.
My target was like 12 grand, so I don't know what these about.
690.
15.
Percent of the target.
15 grand's a lot.
1,500.
Okay.
1,500 is the target on Just Giving.
I don't know who put that target on there.
You!
Shut up! I'm trying to get more money.
Payday tomorrow, folks.
But the thing is, the more money they give us, the more chances they have of winning some really cool prizes, as to which I've updated the prizing list now.
Yay! But not if you donate anonymous, unknown,
And then the moose.
and not if you don't put and tell us
Anonymous.
what you're trying to win.
If you
Yeah.
raise 4,154 gold, I'll donate that.
I don't know where you're going.
I just like the number now.
Lucky number.
Minutes pass, breaths are held, tears are wiped away. Even the children just sucking on from it. And then slowly rising, clapping. The entirety, all 100% of them, minus 50 from yesterday.
Half the
You
population.
just hear it in the distance like, Remy. The crowd goes absolutely clapping, screaming, throwing things in the air. Any coins that get thrown in the air, Alexander's pocket. It goes absolutely bananas. Out of the behind Volush, the opera house sort of where the walls have kind of moved, and the roof, it begins to part. And rising up from somewhere within the guild house is the incredibly beautiful Ectelio. The golden silks on a chair that seems to be made of swan feathers dipped in white gold rises up above Velush. Mirror in hand. Like that. People of Buxy Bay, weakened in voice, I give to you the second song of Vittoria, and gestures towards Velush. As his hand is aimed at Velush, a golden harp with white gold strings matching the attire of Ectelio himself begins to come down. And the strings are being plinked, plonk, plink, which is a Torian nursery rhyme. It's like chopsticks.
Plink, plonk, plink.
Plink, plonk, plink. Pip, bong. The part-time fireman Sam comes over and plays it, and the harp holds in front of Velush. The music from it begins to play and starts to manifest physically in arcane energies, and whips around Velush and Etheria. And Etheria is brought up into the air, softly, gracefully, as if a cloud was caressing your butt. With consent. You signed up to it. And places you next to Velush. As the music begins to play, a incredibly extravagant chest appears. It has all the animal symbology of the 12. The deer, the dolphin, the swan, the turtle, the ram, the horse, the hound, and two more. The owl
Peacock.
and the peacock. The same white gold makes up what appears to be the main material of this chest. It opens up. It is filled with starlight. As a reward, please accept my gift. And Ectelio and the harp disappear. The harp disappears. Ectelio goes back in his bedroom, closes his windows. Fuck you. I'm ill. Fuck off. Do either of you put your hand in the magic star chest? Hello, swan dive.
Give it a peach.
Falls out a peach.
All through the crowd are beautiful jasmine and what was the honeysuckle flowers that are the colour of fire, oranges and reds, all through the crowd. Children are holding bunches of them. People have got them in the hair, the wreaths, everywhere throughout the 100% of people there. So 42 watching this crowd, watching this performance, all holding pictures. Big bro.
Holding them up.
Do you put your arms in? Do you swan dive in? I mean, it's big enough you could swan dive in. Just let me know how long you can hold your breath.
I gesture for Velush to go first.
Dive in.
What final munch?
You see Velush.
Just cannonballing.
Get him, bird! Jumps from his little stage gracefully with a little twist. He kind of lands sideways. Falls into the chest and he disappears among the stars.
The chest slams shut.
And teeth appear with a tongue.
Well,
That's
it's
how
a very
Velush got
problem
eaten. That's how Velush got eaten by a pig.
You just got rich. It's all left in the will.
I reach in.
You're reaching. Roll a d10.
This one doesn't count.
It doesn't. I've specifically said it needs to be a d20. Exactly.
2. Roll a d8.
1.
That would be 6.
D4. Flip a coin.
I just went down the dice, and the highest number I rolled was on the D4.
Was it a 2?
It was a 4.
D8, D6.
You will fucking love this. This is Tony's rolls. Yeah.
Peach flies back over. Just a bit.
I'm adding the last bit as a sign to our friendship, Tony. The rest of it you brought yourself. You reach your hand into the stars, rummaging around. You run your hand along a blade, but it's not sharp enough. You keep going, concentrating. The vibrancy of your scales across your entire body, your rose quartz hair lights up. You are a beacon of pink dragonbornness. I've not got much else to describe that bit. What you say is what you get. Those watching, party and crowd, Etheria seems to grow, not in physical stature, but as if an aura is about them. And you pull forth a potion. It is filled with liquid gold. And floating in the centre of this liquid gold, not on the top, but actually within the liquid itself, is a scale of rose quartz. As soon as your hands wrap around this potion, you know that if you drink this potion, you will transform into what some experts call an adult rose quartz dragon. The transformation lasts 1 hour. Anything you are wearing, etc., etc., falls to the ground. Oh no, so that is, or falls to the ground, your choice. So you can choose to shed everything, or it'll just meld into your new form. So, my bad. For the duration of that, the GM, I, will provide you the stats of a rose quartz dragon, and you will use them for that hour. You will retain your languages, personality, memories. You can't use the dragon's shape change or legendary resistances or lair actions or anything like that. When you want to drink it, I will give you the rose quartz stats, as long as it's not right now. Not just happened. Well played. Velouche! Swimming through the stars. Full on breaststroking it. Yeah. There are constellations all around you. Some known, some not. Some so bright that even you have to turn away from them. Not that you were well known for being able to stare at bright stuff, but who knows? Yeah. But didn't need me writing this. Because you dived in, and because of your wonderful existence in the world of Colossus, there are pages all around you, just floating as you are, all full of scripture and pictures. Can you roll a d10, please? Twice.
2, 9.
2 and 9. We'll deal with the 2 first. You roll a d8. Roll a d2.
If I get there first.
Roll a d4. 1, 2 is 1. 3, 4 is
1.
prick. You find a wand drawn on one of the bits of parchment that's floating past you. There's hundreds, thousands of these pages. You go towards it. Smells like peaches. Get to it. It does indeed. The paper, parchment, has an odour of peaches. So it's this one. You'll want this one. The wand drawn on it has peach pips carved into the wood of it. The number 7 comes to mind. Of course it does. Because D&D is spooky. This wand represents Velk on so many levels that you feel it is made with your permission as you read the scripture on the parchment and it begins to fall away in your hand. You are left with a wand of polymorph. Starts with 7 charges. Action to expend 1. Cast the spell polymorph. The DC of the wand is 15. And the wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. When you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, kaboom. Any other number, you're fine. It is a wand of polymorph, so you should be able to find it in D&D Beyond. Yeah. Now your other was a 9, yeah? Swimming around in here, living your best life. Can you roll a d8, please?
5.
5? Roll a d8.
2.
Okay. On the hunt now for anything that smells like peaches. You're drawn towards a piece of parchment that is empty. No scripture on it. But there is a picture. It's confusing whether it's the sun or a ball or an orb or some attempt at that sort of creation. When you grab hold of it, you feel the weight of the world pulling you down through the stars. But you keep hold of it, embracing the peachy smell. And as you flick it around, look what's going on this piece of parchment, it falls away in your hand and leaves in front of you a bright, bright peach-coloured ball of light. Whilst in your presence, you feel protected, as if a shield is in front of you, or if you have put a leather cap on, or climbed inside a breastplate, you feel protected having this near you. All you know is whomever attunes themselves to this will have the AC of the armour they choose plus 3. And, just to tip it, once a day we'll be able to summon a basket of peaches. So all of you that thought you were getting Mega Dragon armour, it's going on below. Just for the peaches.
Can't use them.
I know.
Yeah.
You hat-tricked it, mate. Like how you celebrate it's up to you. You'd have got 2 if you jumped in. But it's too late now. Scaredy cat.
Is that actually an item that I can add to it, or is that just a... Like, is it kind of head up doing just is it an
Yeah, it's armor plus 3,
Oh, that's right.
but it takes the form of the whoever attunes to it. They can choose it to be play or whatever they're proficient with,
Yeah.
plus 3. DPS, unhittable mother kipper, or DPS and unhittable mother kipper. How's that on armored defense looking now?
Elk's going to be there.
You are shot through the stars upwards. Or it feels like upwards, like when you're swimming very fast in the water and you're going to penguin dive out of the water onto the stage next to Velush as another round of applause hits Buxy Bay. Before you, you see Velush with a glowing orb of peachy pinks and oranges next to him. In his hand is a wand. They both need attunement.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. In his hand is a wand with peach pips carved into it. It's pretty thick. Young Skywalker here, also known as Etheria. What did you end up with? As a gold liquid potion bottle in their hand. And the chest disappears. What time are we on? Oh, we can call it there.
Perfect time for a break.
Perfect time for a break. Sorry.
The dogs are great.
They're happy as
Yeah,
well.
Dogs cheering,
Right.
that's fine.
We're going to be back.
Shut
We're just going to do a break time. We're going to stop the stream, start the stream, all that good stuff. We're going to go grab a brew. We're going to go buy our breaks, maybe get food. Super thank you to everyone that's donated today. Tom and others. I'm just been a while.
Sue, Nikki,
Nikki, Sue,
Yeah.
thank you everyone.
Sparky.
Sparky, make us a brew.
Make your own brew.
If you're not here in 10 minutes, Sparky, I'll drink it for you because that's the hero I am. It's unbelievable. £1,000 already. We're still not finished. We've got the rest of today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's payday tomorrow. I hope we're aiming to smash the £1,500 goal. Plus, there's all the bits that I've not done the math on yet, so I don't actually know how much the bits are going to throw
Yeah,
on there.
loads. Yeah.
So that's going to be a few quid easy. Super appreciated. It's unbelievable. Thank you so much. And we've still got another 8 hours of today. That's right, I said it out loud. Tell all your friends, shout about us, and we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Break time.
Bye.